Yes, indeed. Another lovely episode of On the Record Podcast. I am the moderator, your host of the most, and the contributor on the Record Podcast, DJ Intence. And to the left of me, I have my boy, I am Walt. What's up, Walt?
I'm good, fellas. Another day, another wave. Feel well rested, and I'm firing all cylinders right now.
Okay. And to the right of him, man, my boy Ceddy. Say what's up, Ceddy?
Oh, man, I'm feeling great, man. I don't know about you, but I had a wonderful weekend, man. A lot of things, occurred in these streets. And let's just say...
Said he was for the streets?
Nah, I ain't for the streets. I mean,
were you for the streets?
Never was.
Were you entertaining some of the streets?
No, I wasn't.
You sure you wasn't?
Positive.
I don't know. You just had a little pep to your step as you was describing the weekend.
Well, because here's the thing. I want to go into it right now because let's say...
Just hold off on your story.
Ceddy, you can roll safely in these streets now.
No, we good.
Hold off on the story time. Just not yet, because I had something to want to break off my chest.
Go ahead.
But yeah, your weekend was good.
Chilling, great,
Good. Same
awesome.
over here, man. It was a good weekend for me, man.
Worked.
So did I.
Yeah.
I actually was well rested.
Yeah, you was at an all-white affair. I saw you.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
The
Had
reason,
a lot of water that day.
Yes.
Yep. Fire water.
No, it was water.
Water.
It was water.
Damn.
With ice cubes in it.
You're right.
I'm sure. Well, it's summertime.
Come on, man.
Some water deserves some ice cubes in it, man.
No, you good. You doing fantastic, man. See, you saw how fast that episode came out? That was real quick.
Yeah.
You heard that? You say you didn't curse yet. We should just keep a timer to when it finally happens.
No, I'll let you guys know when it drops. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna do what it is. A lot of effery have occurred on these streets.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in New York City.
All over the place.
And, man, but a lot of good occurred in these streets as well.
Yeah, man.
We need that CCC, a steady curse counter. Yeah. Oh, man.
But, the I guess for me, for that all-white party had a different meaning because yesterday was actually the celebration for Jamaican Independence
Was Michael Rubin
Day.
there?
Congratulations.
No, Michael Rubin was not there.
I'm just saying, I had to ask.
It was Jamaican Independence Day, bro.
I get it, man. Listen, that don't mean he couldn't have been there.
You just.
What, Vibes Cartel was there?
No.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Cartel's locked up.
How do you know he didn't want to pull up and just hug you from the back? How do you know? How do you know he didn't want to do that?
Listen, man. I love my Jamaicans, man. I love all of my Caribbean people. With them, the culture is alive and well. It's doing wonderful. It's doing amazing.
Oh, it was Carabana this weekend too.
Exactly in Toronto. So Toronto's lit.
I want to go one of these years.
Oh my God!
I want to go. I see real
man.
ABO. Oh my gosh!
Listen,
a lot of people's in Toronto.
If she
for
ever
Carabana.
hears this, shout out to Melly Monaco. Ooh, Melly Monaco, Jesus. Melly Monaco was looking absolutely great. Shout out to Chantel May. You was looking great too. I love you as a singer and a talent. I love both of what you beautiful women are doing, and I loved every bit of what I saw on IG.
Yeah, man. It just growing up for me was kind of difficult because I'm Guyanese, so I didn't really get to enjoy my culture how you ICNs did and Jamaicans did, because there was a lot of Jamaicans in Rockland, a lot of Haitians in Rockland. Yeah. Very few Guyanese was up here.
Well, my best friend is a Guyanese. She works with me at my job.
Yeah.
So cool as hell.
When more Guyanese people started coming up here, or when they had Labor Day, that's when I was like, oh my God, it's great. But then Labor Day was mostly for the Trinidadians, Jamaicans, and the Guyanese, and you get the Belizeans and St. Lucians, whatever. And then when the Haitians started getting involved, I was like, that's about time. Because, all we is one.
I agree.
We just got dropped off at different points along the journey.
No, that's a fact. That is a fact. And, and I think through through culture, through music,
especially through music, and culture.
like
our foods.
Yeah, the foods as well. We are really trying to reconnect through this diaspora, to be honest with you, and yes, we still all got our ways and our quirks about each other and stuff like that. Be like, yeah, Jamaicans is always loud and stuff like that.
Doesn't matter.
And then the Haitians is over dramatic, which is true. A lot of you Haitians are over dramatic. I can speak on this.
I'm not gonna
speak on this. I can speak
I'm not
on
gonna say
this.
it. I can say it.
I'm well equipped to speak on this.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Y'all know what y'all do and who y'all are and stuff like that. Don't be disingenuous about it. Shoot.
and you know,
I'm not gonna even touch
we all
that
have
situation.
our quirk, but it just at the end of the day, I was very proud to see successful Caribbean people at the function, and just everybody was just enjoying the vibes,
chilling,
enjoying the culture, partying up, and it was just lovely to see, like, you know, especially the spot where my guy has it at.
Yeah,
because he lives like on a hill.
Yeah,
but it's very unique because he lives on a hill, yes, but behind his house is like a lake.
Nice.
That's dope.
And I don't know if it's a man-made lake or if that's a lake that was there because it's like going up a mountain.
Yeah. I have a question though.
What's up?
Did they ran out of jerk chicken or jerk pork to that part?
Nah. I still actually some jerk chicken in the fridge.
I'll stop playing.
See, and I'm glad you got to that because let's get to the nitty-gritty of this conversation. All right? You was happy to see people that look like you, but you was happy to know that the food was properly seasoned and made with love.
Yeah.
As it should be.
You know?
Yeah. Especially that mac and cheese, man.
See?
Baked?
Like baked. It was Jamaican. It was made with Jamaican Jamaican cheese. So it had a very different texture to it. But, you know, all in all, I was very happy to be there and vibing out and it's just enjoying the vibes.
I know they had that white liquor, that white rum, that overpowered rum.
Oh, yeah. The Jamaican overproof rum was there. Yes, it was.
The sun, what's it that one?
Rain Nephew.
Oh, my God.
If I didn't know better, it seemed like you got a soft spot for all white parties.
Nah, I mean, they're dope parties.
I'm just saying.
They
are dope parties. The way Cash's talking about it seemed like if he could turn back the clock and go back to one more time, he would.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing
dope
it.
Ass parties, though.
It was dope, and I think what made me even happier was the fact that, you know, the vibes. Only thing that kind of ticked me off was the sound, but because he's living in a white neighborhood and you really can't be too loud, but they was in the distance having a ball. Yeah. It was loud enough where, you know, I wanted to be like a party, but I couldn't get to party vibes.
Party.
I mean, booming system.
I want a booming system. I want to talk my ish. I want to get on the mic and do how DJ want to, you know, when I'm having fun.
Do we ever do a Jamaican party? You had to go all out.
So I was going all out. Like I was playing hits.
The type of party you asked for based on the neighborhood that you described, you would pretty much have to
get arrested,
buy out the block in terms of them sending them on like an all cruise vacation for the next few days.
Listen. We'll play music dumb loud, but here's the thing. I'll buy you your family a whole dinner.
Yeah.
It's gotten to a point what he's suggesting.
Yeah.
The elite of the elite, like the Drakes of the world, and I've heard Messi do this as well, they would buy out their neighbor's house to get him up out of here in terms of when it comes to the noise and stuff.
I mean, as you should, because honestly,
I'm suggesting a more or less expensive approach. Be like, listen, this block right here, let me pay for you guys to go to a cruise and something like that, because you know I think you guys have treated me well. You deserve it.
Here's movie night,
and I'm gonna have a carnival for a whole week.
So let me go through like the kind of songs I was playing that day. Right. So Walt would appreciate this because I dropped this record during the party.
All the man them we are beat just get the flate. Son Paul and 2 are there to set things straight.
Oh man, 38. Sean Paul got busy on this.
Check it. Well, woman no want no sweet. Then I go feel violate if you accelerate. One of them want you infiltrate. Woman them want you tear down them wall and them gate. In the year what mistake, woman no want no bait. Then I go feel violate if you
played something like that. Then I'll play something like this. Hold on, get the next record. Well, Walt will actually know this record too, because this is actually one of the popping records out right now. This record, say you like this record. So from that, and then I also played some of this.
What's the name of that record again? I forgot.
Taliban's.
Yes, Taliban's. Yes. There we go.
Byron Messi, right?
Yeah, Byron Messi, yeah. And I'll play something like this too. When it comes up. Hold on.
Bring some Barris Hemmings.
Yeah, I had it all. That night.
I can't usually part about Barris Hemmings.
Listen, you could.
It wouldn't be right.
It wouldn't be right, but like,
you know some of my favorite records. And
I'm like Jamaican, I know Barris Hemmings or Barris and Levy on the track, or Lou Rakin on the party. Ain't a party.
Yeah. All I miss those days.
You know that slow rock, my girl, man.
I miss those days. Remember the songs used to make you rock away. Those were the days when love used to reign. Yeah.
You know record I really love, and I always said if there's one of the people I would love to bring back and perform and just see live, Bob Marley.
Marley's one.
Could you be loved? The way that record starts with the funkiness on that guitar. Oh my God! And the record in general.
And another artist named Garnet Silk. That's another one. Garnet Silk is like the Stevie Wonder of dance reggae.
Did you have any
Well, I have his tunes from. I have plenty of tunes from Garnet Silk.
No, that and I also no. I was gonna say, did you have any No, you must have had Super Cat on deck.
Yeah. I played Super Cat. Yeah. So this is one of Garnet Silk's.
No Bouncy, no Beanie.
I did. But I did all that. I did all that, bro.
Wow. No Queen.
All of that.
There's some of the newer artists like Lila Ike.
Well, I didn't play Lila Ike yesterday, but you know, that's more of a chill kind of vibe. This is Garnet Silk. It's called "It's Growing." Very vintage dance song.
Yeah,
I think the record that you could have played with her is that Stars Align record.
Yeah. So, just playing, like for me, I was having fun.
Yeah.
Because when I said when I play Jamaican music all night.
Yeah. All night.
All night. And the fact that I was like, oh man, I remember this. I remember that.
Hits. Yeah.
And just going through the hits and not topping off. I mean, when I was going through the hits. But then I laughed because someone was like, yo, can I get sturdy real quick? I said, all right, if I play the song for you, don't act shy. No, don't be in the corner chilling. And should I play a little Ice Spice?
If you ain't getting sturdy like how I saw Woody from Toy Story getting sturdy, up out of here.
Yeah. Exactly. So I played 3 hip-hop songs. Ice Spice, Pot Smoke, and Computers. And the crowd was just meh. So I went back to the dance hall. Oh, they were their little soca, little afro. It was just me having fun because you know what I DJ at.
Yeah.
So I don't really get to play those kind of tunes like that.
Nope.
Unless I want to.
Yeah.
Or if I can sway the crowd into that mood. You know what I mean? So the fact that I just stepped out my comfort, not my comfort zone, but stepped out and said, okay, it's a reset. Oh,
if it ain't about Blicky's Dead Ops and their voice being super deep and stuff like that, and in the BPM, you know, in their face, and I understand.
The BPM's not in 130s up to 75 or 80s.
So forget about it.
They don't want to hear that.
Exactly.
You know
what is this? Can you play K-Funk? No. Can you go somewhere and
play skip
and let me mind my business?
Skip mine.
You know,
so I like I said, I had fun, and then
that my first song from right now is "Slow Down with Her."
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's really like a warm up song.
Listen,
right there.
His energy and how he killed that song, but just his energy and his presence, the way he talks, he reminds me too much of his grandfather, man. It's scary. It's scary.
So just having a good vibe.
Don't be surprised that's 5 wives, but it is like
nah, I won't be surprised at all.
Listen, man, the Marley man out here, man.
They see dropping shit.
And then what was so dope because like his house is literally on the lakefront, so you walk like 30, 40 yards, and the water's right there. If you guys go to my page, you can see how my vision was from where I was at.
It sounds like you keep messing with this leg. It sounds like you're alluding to some shenanigans.
Oh boy!
Nah.
You be on the Carlito's way when she's banging on the beach.
Dang, this lake was quite the sight to behold.
How long ago?
I'm sure
13 minutes in.
That's not bad.
I'm sure the lake wasn't the only visual.
The last
on display.
video, you went 40 minutes in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ain't no way the lake was the only visuals on display. Ain't no way.
I'm not gonna.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
What part of New Jersey we're at?
No, it was in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Wow.
Yeah. So it was way up there, but people came out in droves, man.
Look at that tax bracket. You said it was a daddy kid. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Those are Greenwich.
No. Past Greenwich. It's kind of. I think it was
towards New Hampshire stuff.
Nah. It's like about an hour ride. It's past Bridgeport.
Oh, you was in the boonies.
Not in the boonies, but like just outside of Bridgeport.
Yeah, you're deep. You're deep in Connecticut.
But it was fun, and I loved it. And I said, you know what? Just being there for that weekend and playing those kind of tunes, bro. I was like, man, I felt good. And then this Friday coming up, I got to do a pool party. And I just want to be soca music, so I'm going to be all turned up with that one, too.
Oh, boy.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, man, having fun, man.
Lucky you, man.
Suck your feelings.
Yeah. Lucky you, man. Lucky you.
But yeah, man, so...
When's the pool party?
It's Friday.
I'm working tonight, unfortunately.
You want to
come? I end my shift like around like about probably 5:45.
Then you have enough time.
I'm working, unfortunately, so I can't do it.
And you actually know the person whose pool party is going to be.
I do.
Yes.
It definitely mentioned to me off the record.
Yeah. Now, I got to tell you, we're going to pull up.
Yep.
And when you see the vibes gonna be there, you know they have good vibes.
Yep. Might have some good vibes too.
Yeah. And then later on that night,
gas.
we'll be at some place. It's gonna be another wild weekend. Let's put it this way.
Seriously.
Because I got a gig
Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday afternoon I gotta do one more.
Damn.
Yeah.
Booked and busy.
So Saturday, where are you going to do the gig?
Saturday it's gonna be in Jersey. And then Sunday we're back in Brooklyn again.
Jesus.
Brooklyn, we go hard. We go hard.
To the party.
It's gonna be another
Corporate?
rooftop pool party.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, I've been doing some things this summertime, man.
Lucky mucka sucker, man. I'm telling you, lucky as hell, man.
Those pool parties in the city, man, that view, bro, especially in Dumbo or downtown Brooklyn, those places. Oh man.
Stop, man. Come on,
Fortune
man.
and preparation
And unfortunately, don't open
and
invite, I'm guessing, right?
professionalism.
You can come.
Stop playing.
Listen. Ceddy. Fortune.
Favors the bold.
Fortune,
No,
right?
no. This goes back to
Preparation.
his hard work line. He said,
Professionalism.
Yeah.
And that hard work favors the bold and the visionaries. Okay?
I got it. I'm listening. I'm digging what you say.
You know?
Well, question.
It's not just manifestation. It's end product. Shout out to my guy, DJ Intence. Nothing but end product out here and stuff like that.
No,
He gets to it out of passion, and the bags keep on stacking. Okay?
I remember when he told me when one club that shall not be named, they moved on for me. And
I know
bro,
that club.
and I started laughing because like all of a sudden, bing, 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 bing. Yo, what you doing? Bing, bing. I'm like,
Word?
Yeah, I told you. I told you,
Yeah, the grass
man.
is always greener.
I told you, man. Listen, man. Some low vibrations just continue to fade into the background.
it was for me for that specific club that shall not be named. When I was there DJing one night, bro.
But you done goofed.
And for me, like I kind of knew my time was up when literally, bro, I was like, I looked around. Nah, they pay well, they pay decent, bro. I was like, bro, I don't like it here.
Oh.
And it wasn't like I don't like it here because of the people. It's just like I felt like the same thing we kept seeing all the time.
You've outgrown the ambiance that's provided.
Yeah.
There.
And I was like, I'm tired of it. And then plus, back to my guy wasn't there no more. And then new energy, I wasn't like a new energy shift. I was, you know what? It's okay.
No.
I'm cool
Honestly, at this point, other than you getting a bag over there, it's just good there to just pop your head and show up every now and then and just keep it pushing.
How you doing?
That's
cool?
the point that it's gotten to.
Yeah.
And I've definitely seen that with you.
And like, you know, no disrespect, just okay, cool. All right.
Like Maya. I guess I'm moving on.
Yeah, moving on, man. That's dope record right there, too. Okay, so
Send me that paper. Send me that record.
Yeah,
I got you, my guy.
I wanted to talk about an open discussion of a story that I heard online. Big shout to Viola Davis for this next open topic here, and then we're gonna discuss it as amongst ourselves. Here it goes.
I feel that work is a cultural narrative out there. Mm-hmm. It's a cultural narrative that, okay, you want generational wealth, you want to leave legacy, all of that, and it's all driven by trauma.
Yep.
All of it is driven because what it is you don't deserve to rest.
Yeah.
That's what it's driven by. You don't deserve to rest. It's all driven by the idea of no self-love. All of it, your life should be ease. All of it should be ease.
So this one kind of struck a nerve with me because I feel like, especially for our people, our culture, it's like we're taught that you work hard and you work harder and you gotta work all the time. Always catch your hand, always do this. And like to have it easy for work, it's like, nah, you shouldn't have it easy. You know what I mean? It's like, for example, your parent, my parent. I think your mom was a nurse, right?
My mom's a nurse, my dad was a trucker.
Okay, so my dad was an MTA worker and my mom was a nurse. And our parents worked their butts off.
Yeah.
But like, Imagine trading away 30 years of your life of just working.
Yeah.
And then to just say, oh, I got a pension, I'm happy. And then you're trying to enjoy life. But it's too late.
Yeah. Your life's already done.
Your life is already there. If you let's say you start working a job in your 30s, like you're 30 years old, you got, your professional job of a nurse. You put your 30 years and you're 60. By the time you blink, you might not hit 80. You might end at 75. So you got 15 years to enjoy at ease. Why can't we do it when we're working?
When we're young.
Or when we're young. And I feel like it's kind of like this narrative of Caribbean culture, like you work hard and, you keep working and that's about it. Like, no, enjoy your life.
You're right. But at the same time, it's just like, the thing is, what's so powerful and striking with what Viola Davis said is it stems from trauma. It stems from where you're where like the generations and family members before you, that bloodline of trauma has trickled down because of things that happened to them that were unjustified. And when you know what it's like to have without, you never want to experience that feeling ever again.
Yeah.
And between that and also like the disconnect from where you're from in terms of the roots, for this conversation to not ever be in the thought process, we would have to undo 400 years of existence.
Yeah.
Of non-slavery and all these things. And it takes being around other people, other cultures, and a level of foresight to realize it ain't just about working all day and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that's sad and also inspiring about Caribbeans and stuff like that. Even at their absolute worst, they still want to pick up a broom and do something because they're just bred that way. And stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm sure all of you guys could relate. Your mom, your pops, your mom could be sick as a dog, but she'll still try to, clean up the bathroom, try to make some food, try to vacuum the house and stuff like that. Try to do anything to keep her mind from, like, essentially impose their like unwavering will to never feel like, that like they don't need help or they're not like some kind of like victim or anything like that. And it's just like, sometimes it's just like, look, this ain't good for you and stuff like that. Sometimes you got to talk to them in a way where you don't want to talk to them in that way, but it's just like, yo, all right,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I just had to say it, because we all want and are deserving of this soft life through our hard work and stuff like that. And the thing is, a lot of these Caribbeans, unfortunately, they will deep dive and work like dogs and plant these seeds, but a lot of them do not receive the fruits of their labor.
No.
And it's sad.
They'll work like a dog, work like a slave for a job. And like, especially in this economy, this time, like, prime example, I used to work at Sprint. You worked at Best Buy, right, Ceddy?
Yeah.
My man Walt worked at T-Mobile. Our parents were like, oh, you got a job, that's good. You stay there, you work that job, and you do your thing, and you be proud. That's BS.
Yeah, it is.
It used to be like that, but not no more.
Nope. And that's the problem with the cultural and generational gap, because they don't realize the reality of us compared to what they had when they were growing up and they're in our age bracket right now.
Yeah. When they were coming up, your job took care of you.
Yeah. Now you get dropped as easily as a TV on the clearance rack.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's how real it is with Best Buy.
Prime example, I just got a letter from Transit. Transit just said, oh, we're willing to hire you. And I'm like, yo, I did that exam 6-7 years ago.
Wow.
And right now, I'm like, all right. Now, I'm doing the math. I'm like, okay, I can work for Transit. Cool. Get $56,000 a year.
But that cut into your DJ.
That would cut into what I enjoy doing, which like right now I feel like I'm scratching the surface. Yeah. I'm not there yet, but I'm starting to scratch in that. Okay, I know I can work smarter, but it's by using my brain, using my God-given ability, and to tap into that tax bracket. Yeah. Then just say, okay, I'm gonna trade in 30 to 40 years of my life to you guys.
Yeah, and not enjoy my life.
And not enjoy my life.
And get burned out, and next thing you know, by the time it's all said and done, you barely have enough time to enjoy the rest of your labor. It's like, you know what? I see so many people from my main job once they retire, they go to crap. Like
Yeah.
their bodies break down, their minds break down for all the years they worked at this place, and it's like I cannot go out like that.
One of my dad's job, his coworkers, his job, I don't know if he's still there. Hopefully he's not. It was so bad, this man couldn't barely walk around the tracks. Because of all the, getting up, going down, going into a train, coming back out to a train, and moving around so much. I think he has an ACL tear or might be meniscus in his knee. Like, he can't really walk around. So now he's just dragging his leg into work. Like, come on.
That's terrible. Honestly speaking, the last 10 or more years that you've acquired and experience that you've had from highs and lows, there is no price. There is no price that could pay from the spiritual experience and what you love doing right now than taking that transit job. And the fact that you did all this 6 or 7 years ago is now they're calling speaks volumes for you why you should just keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah, because I'm in my head, I'm like, if you guys wanted me so bad, you should have got me back then.
Stuff like that. Like, who, exactly. Like, who, like, could you imagine like you not being who you are and forming the connections that you've made and still perfecting your craft time and time again, and you might have been like on you might have been like on your.
Oh, that's what's the same guy? No, something different. He's one of those guys. Wow, because I saw it as a meme. I thought it was something different. Show him. I thought it was a separate incident. I know that's part of the same thing.
Same thing.
Okay,
but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
but like, imagine all that. Imagine all those things, and you was on your last string of hope, and you was really going through it, and you was banking on this job, and you did everything, and you ain't even get a shot at it. When that time was there, and you was pursuing it, and you fast forward 6 or 7 years later, all of a sudden they need a body. Why? Well, it's getting to a point where, like, I'm not saying 9 to 5s and like majority of jobs aren't essential and stuff like that. But if you're not in like mandatory fields, like being a doctor or officer, a teacher, these type of jobs, the 9 to 5 mentality year by year becomes more obsolete.
You know what it is? Here's the thing. I'm gonna bring this up real quick. The thing is, in this country, barely 10 to 50% of people in this country have union jobs. The driving force of people having actually quality lives was off the back of unionization in general. This country barely has 10 to 50% of people in unions. And look what's going on right now in Hollywood. What's going on in UPS? What's going on in even strip clubs? Strip clubs are even striking in a union. Starbucks is striking for unions. McDonald's is striking for unions. Because you know what it is? You make all this effing profits. It means you can't up my pay. We make you the way you're able to make these billions of dollars annually. We are the lifeblood of your company. If the CEO decides to call it a day, and nothing's gonna be done. Nothing's gonna change. People still go to work. It's gonna be nothing happen. But let the workers leave, and what happens?
That's why they're going so hard to be banking and probably putting a lot
AI
of
and stuff.
all that AI and the robots and artificial people and stuff.
But
and
here's
artificial
the thing, though,
figures.
We are decades away from it actually being able to replace human beings on a level to say, you know what, we don't need y'all anymore to work with us. Like this, I get it. I see it already at supermarkets. But I'd rather go to a cashier than go to a self checkout, because it's like I'd rather have that person, there who's able to keep their job without being replaced by a freaking machine.
One of the points I'm glad you bring on the self checkout point and why you rather go to cashier, because two things. One of the points, shout out to my guy Mike, who just had his baby girl with his lovely wife. He was one of my former managers when I was working at the Sprint store that I was working at. Cool guy. We're a couple years apart. He's older than me and stuff like that. Super smart, funny dude and stuff like that. And one of the things I remember in a variety of conversations that we've had at that time is I don't do that self-checkout stuff only for the simple fact of, like, one, the human experience, and two, the self-checkout thing. He was the point that he made. If I'm gonna self-checkout my thing, you might as well put me on the clock.
Or give me a discount at least.
So when you really think about it, because I think what they're trying to do with these AIs. Yes, it's lucrative, and yes, you could just keep on keeping virtually all the money and all that stuff like that. But the human experience is fundamental to society.
Yeah.
And I just can't see that thing lasting long. As much as I can't see any generation anytime soon getting in a car and that car driving itself. Oh, no. And then there's complete autonomy and trust. No. I can't see that.
The only
day
way
coming.
that would happen is you have to change the whole industry
and change the entire
and change the whole highway system. And also, if they're gonna do automated lanes, everybody's be part of automated.
Yeah,
it can't be just some cars automated, some cars are self-driving because it ain't gonna work.
Here's the thing, guys.
I agree.
And here's the thing I want to say real quick. Honestly, nothing of this earth is worth having without that human interaction.
Yep.
Be it work, be it art, whatever. You need human interaction in order to create some of the greatest ideas that ever occurred. Without human interaction, without human intellect, without human drive, the wisdom, all that stuff, you can have something that's cold and stale and sterile. Like, it has no meaning at all. Like, people don't realize that, yeah, it's a smart investment to go AI or this and the third, but at the end of the day, it's going to hurt your bottom line because they're going to change to your stuff anymore. Because everything's cookie cutter BS. It's the same old stuff we've seen time and time again. Nothing's done. Nothing's original. And look what's going on right now, because now we finally have superhero fatigue. It's finally occurring right now. And now, you see how badly The Flash bombed in theaters? Barbie outdid The Flash.
Like I said before,
that's kind of crazy. I think for him, because all the crap he was doing beforehand kind of tainted the Flash movie for me personally.
I think that's what it was.
Well, that too.
Because like I said, one of the highlights of the Justice League movie, the first one was an absolute horror show. But the casting of the movie was great. But once we saw the Zack Snyder cut, it even reinforced more why I was so big on the casting. And it's not like he was a bad Flash, but it goes back to your point. He was just doing a lot of BS that tainted and ruined the rollout of the movie. Because I'm sure if I watch it, it's not a bad movie.
Dude, he could even do pressers for the movie.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
It was the girl who was Supergirl. And Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton were doing the pressers. He couldn't do it.
That's a problem.
He did too much effery.
And stuff like that. And that's another thing too. You see talented actors like him and stuff like that, or even some of the guys that we adore from childhood, like a Shia LaBeouf and stuff like that. Granted, he has a deep story, Shia LaBeouf, but some of these dudes get to a point where they get in their own way, and past trauma dictates a lot of things and compelling moments in some of these roles. And Flash is so iconic that it doesn't deserve that.
And they should have just did reshoots and put the TW's Flash instead of this dude.
That's something that they've never done. I've been an advocate of that even when Tom Welling was doing Smallville and stuff like that. They don't do that. I don't know why, because these series are so compelling. How come it does not translate to the movies?
Because they don't want
that.
Because those type of guys supposedly don't put asses in seats in the theaters, where I think it's nonsense.
Well, you see what Marvel's doing. They took the whole Netflix cast and started putting them in the movies.
Exactly. Look what happened to Spider-Man, No Way Home.
And you had the Daredevil right there. Hello? Marvel's getting it right.
When Blade comes into theaters, I guarantee you Luke Cage will be in that situation.
Yeah.
And with the Marvels coming out this November, I better see Jessica Jones as a cameo.
I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Mahershala Ali, shout out to Mahershala Ali, is one of my favorite actors.
He's playing Blade,
like
right?
He's scheduled to play Blade, and I understand what Wesley Snipes means for Blade and the Marvel universe in general,
because he's the original.
But I want him to get the chance to play Blade in his own way, just like I was for Robert Pattinson playing Batman in his own way. And those echelon of actors deserve a shot.
You're right.
Did James Gunn direct the Batman movie?
No. It wasn't him.
Okay.
James Gunn will direct, I think. I know he's doing another Peacemaker season, but I think he's doing another movie before Peacemaker season 2.
Okay. But yeah, so.
But like I said, man, you can't. Back to the whole situation with Viola Davis, you got to live your effing life. Because,
Yeah, man.
Listen, I'm just turned 40 years old this year. And the only thing I've done is I went to my mom's country, Belize, went to DR a couple of times, went to Canada a couple of times. I went to Brazil once.
That's fire.
Brazil is so lovely.
And I got to start living more.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to England and see my family in England. I got family in Paris.
As you should. This
Yeah,
is what I'm
absolutely,
saying. The world is too big to just be in New York or New York City
Yeah.
or in Florida. Or go out there and explore it.
And that's the problem with Americans in general. We don't vacation.
No.
We don't see the world. We don't learn from other countries.
No, we don't. And we see that all the time. Even with all the things that happen in Europe, especially Western Europe, there is still time where like dudes take an hour lunch or hour plus and go sit down at the table with their families and enjoy their families, their food, and all that to it and stuff like that. America, it's always on the go.
You got a half an hour for your lunch break.
And stuff like that, and always these commercials like, emphasizing on the go and stuff like that. There's never much commercials emphasizing, stillness, clarity, and stuff like that, to just occupy a space of solitude and easiness and just enjoy the simple things.
Nope,
to
not
be
at all.
honest with you. And it's detrimental to the psyche.
Very much so. Okay, guys, this is our first break for one of the songs of the episode. Big shout out to my girl London Hill. The song is called London Drill by London Hill. And we'll be right back with our special announcement, and it's story time for the podcast.
Yo. Don't talk to him. Take him out to London, never fall, they know my Bridgerton. London so ill when she do drill, it sound like Richardson. London so New York, Yankee fitted on with Timberlands. When Project Princess drop, dying Queen Elizabeth. Bringing the heat like I'm Satan, seeing more green than Jamaicans. Tell me wait on my turn, just be patient. I just be eating these no graces. They know that I'm repping the Gaza, ain't nothing to Duppy a pagan. I'm who they be copying, never be equal, so your equations. Yo, now girl can't run in my golf. Everything get show, I'm a son for the dogs. My sister, my fam, my ack. Gun them pull up and I care like SWAT. And pan trigger, I reach head back. But girl, I get stuck like crap. Call me the daddy, cause I meet them, I follow. Down to my ear, I'ma style them, I dap. Take him out to London, never fall, they know my Bridgerton. London so ill when she do drill, it sound like Richardson. London so New York, Yankee fitted on with Timberlands. When Project Princess drop, dying Queen Elizabeth. Pushing buttons, we leave them on reset. Got my boss and the kid playing recess. Everything I be doing a statement. Like niggas who live in the precinct. I can't be beefing with niggas who fanned out. Hey, I'm becoming a mean threat. Heard the labels are trying to invest now. But the one all you is rejects. Dying to be me, they can't even be next. Easy to sell me, they putting my mug on the market. Trying to go bigger like Harper Bazaar pits. Trading these niggas like valet. Gotta wait for the push and park them. But it wasn't my name, now they throwing a ticket like auctions. They still couldn't top me regardless. Bye, bye, bye. Take him out to London, never fall, they know my Bridgerton. London so ill when she do drill, it sound like Richardson. London so New York, Yankee fitted on with Timberlands. When Project Princess drop, dying Queen Elizabeth.
Okay, we are back. Ceddy said you have some breaking news for us. Go ahead, and I'll give my breaking news afterwards.
I'm gonna do the first story first because I want to save the good story for later. It's a good story. So
the breaking news you said.
Oh, the Kai.
The Big E.
Oh, so yeah, guys. Unfortunately, that's some bad news. So for those of you who follow wrestling, WWE wrestler Big E Langston, he was a member of the New Day. Unfortunately, he was told that he can no longer wrestle because, according to doctors, the injury he sustained a couple years back was so serious that the neck injury and stuff. And it was actually additionally a spinal injury. It was so serious that for him to wrestle could risk paralysis or worse. So
one bad bump, he's done.
Pretty much. Like they say,
sounds like Stingers. That Sterling Sharp situation.
It could be Stingers, yeah.
It could be like say they have to Edge, say they have to Daniel Bryanson, say they have to a lot of wrestlers, man. All it takes is one bad bump and that's it. Yeah, I like Big E. He was like a hell of a wrestler, hell of a personality. Dude is funny as hell. He showed his Twitter. He is effing hilarious.
I think he could still find his way within the organization, maybe similar to what Taz offered when Taz was part of that organization as a ring announcer Or maybe like even like a Paul Heyman type role too and stuff like
Well,
that.
He could, or he can just be
with New Day and just be a manager.
Or just or what you see some of these guys are doing. They're doing their podcast. They're on YouTube.
Well, he's killing it. I know he has a podcast. He has a TV show on NBC as well.
You see,
a Hot Wheels show
on
NBC, and like he's an announcer for one of the teams as well. He's one of the soccer teams, I think. I'm not sure which one. But the guy's a hell of a personality, and to lose him now, like this early in the game, like he's been doing it for quite a bit, like 10 years, but it's still pretty young in wrestling. And for him to be told by a doctor that you can't do what you love, it hurts
happens.
You. It really hurts. Like it just cuts. It's like somebody twists a dagger into your heart. Like it really does hurt. And I wish him the best. I hope he finds his way to something better, or hopefully back in the ring later on in life, like the other wrestlers have, like Edge and Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson. I mean,
okay.
And it's just, thank you. You're a hell of a talent, hell of a personality.
I agree.
And like to lose you this early, it's just, it's a travesty.
Granted,
really
he may not be able to wrestle in the ring, but he's still alive. He's still breathing.
Facts.
He has his fingers in his, feel sensation in his fingers. He can
Yeah.
walk. Because, it could be bad. He could be like, Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ronnie Coleman recently?
Yeah, he's in a walker. I know.
Yeah.
I saw him training with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's doing upper body.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, what are you doing?
It's his back.
Dude,
He didn't take care of himself. The doctors told him, like, you got to ease off on your back, and he just kept going. And now, he's like, I can't even barely stand up.
because his spine degenerated. To
Yeah.
the point of that.
He has spinal fusions. He has screws and needle pins in his back
And plates and all that
and
stuff.
plates of that stuff. And
Rods.
just,
Dude, listen, man. I like Ronnie Coleman, but it's like he's like grabbing something to say you can't go that hard. You can be big as hell. Like, we're big men, but we still can't go as hard as he
No.
because later on in life we're gonna pay for it.
yeah,
That's just what it is.
it is, man.
Like, right here, at 40 years old, I'm feeling the aches already, and I don't want to be feeling it even more than what it already is. And my dumbass would go into wrestling still.
Bro, I pulled my back when I was like 30 in my early 30s.
Yeah,
I'm working on this one kid, messed in my back. I'm still feeling every now and then.
you gotta be careful, man.
So now, because of my boy, we're doing a little strength rehab on the back. And right now it's been good. So he's been helping me out a lot, man.
I better see him then.
Yeah. He's good, man. My buddy's good. My guy, we work out together, and it's the GOAT. Okay,
That's what's up.
let's get to these news stories. So you want to start?
You know what? Yeah, let's start with some shenanigans that occurred Friday afternoon in New York City.
I wanted you to do the boat thing, but you can say the boat thing for a second.
Save the boat for later because the boat we're gonna go hard in the
No
boat
problem.
episode.
No problem.
Because,
Go ahead, man. Do your thing.
But here's what happened. All right. I'm not sure you guys know because we probably aged out. Our audience probably aged out or didn't age out. Who knows? But to everybody out there, a YouTuber who works with the AMP group on YouTube, streamer, Twitch, all that stuff, by the name of Cenat, fellow Haitian,
Yep.
Yo.
Fellow Zoe.
Exactly.
Yo, keep going. That thing was so funny. Go ahead,
Would
man.
be saying it?
No, just that whole story. But go
Well,
ahead.
pretty much he wanted to give back. Dude came back from DreamCon, which is pretty much one of the biggest black-owned conventions in the country
For anime.
for anime,
So
video
basically,
games.
it's Comic-Con for black people.
Like pretty much anime, video games. Everybody having a fun. It's like a family reunion on steroids.
I told
We're gonna go
myself
next year.
next year I'm
We're
going to
gonna
go
go
to DreamCon.
I'm in training mode right now, so I can hang because I'm gonna be acting the fool at DreamCon, and I'm getting some of these females' panties. I'm saying it right now.
All right, then. Go ahead,
Anime
my boy.
Aja, I see you. I'm stopping. I'm like that.
When I see you.
I'm gonna stop myself before I get in trouble. Moving on. Pretty much, he came back from DreamCon in a good mood. Everything's right in the world. The Amp House is killing it right now. All their on their towns and all that stuff. And Kai want to give back to the community to help them build to what he has right now, about over 20 million followers, multiple social media platforms and streaming platforms, and he wanted to do a giveaway. And he wanted to give out multiple PS5s, gift cards, things of that nature. Here's the problem with that. Here's the thing, before we go into more detail. It's summertime.
Let me drop the volume. Go ahead.
It's summertime. It's New York City. It's Union Square Park. Do you know how many kids are currently out of school right now? It's summertime.
A lot.
Like I'm surprised it didn't
21.
get totally mobbed the way it's supposed
More
to.
than that.
Dude, supposedly I was told that the people that were at that spot in Union Square Park at 3 p.m. prior to the 1 hour prior to the giveaway, which was at 4 o'clock. Supposedly over 20,000 people were there. I'm not sure if that's the right number, 2,000, 20,000, but I know the number is effing huge.
It was a mob.
Like, dude, yeah, aerial views from freaking helicopters showing how massive it is.
It was so bad because I was working out, right, that Friday afternoon. And I'm watching the news on the TV because the gym has a TV, so I'm like, wait, why is Union Square being shut down? I'm like, hey man, you see this right now? He's like, what you mean? They're saying Union Square is shut down right now because of a riot. So a riot? Why the hell is a riot going on Union Square?
Yeah.
Like the
That
trains were
was
bypassed.
wild.
It was really crazy. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I'm watching it. I'm like, this still looks crazy. Like, I thought there's something happened.
Yeah, and it's going crazy. Some language.
Nah,
That's true. Like people were throwing paint cans, throwing supplies, throwing shovels. I think they use fires. They're exposing fire extinguishers.
Dude, it was a madhouse down there.
It was bad.
And I'm thinking like it was one of like a protest or something.
No, it wasn't, because protests were more organized.
Or like something happened with like a group of people and it was like a whole, like I really think it was something crazy.
But and the thing is this, with the whole situation is this, people are comparing this to the BLM.
Not even close.
Not even close. And
you got a bunch of kids running around.
But you know what it is? I can't blame all kids.
No.
Because some of the kids actually want to meet their guy. They like Cenat.
But some kids were just being kids.
And being,
bozos, bro.
I'm sorry, but add this to the counter. So many kids were being defense on purpose because they want to keep it show. Because here's the thing. People were wearing balaclavas, having M80s, having, throwing rocks, throwing all type of stuff. Like officers were getting hit with freaking firecrackers.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I saw it. It was a zoo.
Yeah, it
got
bad.
so bad, Walt. These kids.
They had to activate additional cops from other boroughs to come down the square.
These kids on Walt and Ceddy. These kids ran up on a vendor, like a street vendor, like a guy who had a newsstand.
Yeah, and beat him up.
One kid beat the guy up.
Stole like $30 worth of freaking.
And then the other
burritos.
kids went and then stole the drinks out the fridge. And this kid's getting all this on like Instagram. Like, bro, what are you doing?
You
just telling themselves.
No. It gets better though. It gets better. Wait till that part, you Paul. Hold on to that part.
Yeah. I'm like,
and one kid actually stole a freshly direct truck.
That's what that was?
Yes, fresh direct truck.
Hold on, time. Wait. Because I saw that too. I thought someone came and parked their car there.
He stole it.
He stole a fresh direct truck.
Yes.
You can't make this up.
Thank you. I needed that because
I'm like, hold on.
Never in the hype. Somebody stole a fresh direct truck.
Me neither.
Ever.
Because when I saw the truck pull up, I'm thinking he was doing a delivery.
Yeah, nope. He was doing a delivery to the hood. If you would have crossed that bridge, oh man, it'd be a wrap. It goes to the Bronx, it's a wrap. They're gone.
Giving back to himself.
But you know what it is? And this is what I gotta say this real quick, because I gotta say this real quick, guys. I can't blame all the kids in this, because here's the thing. Some of these kids wanted to get the PS5. They want to get gift cards. These are things kids want to get, like the gift cards would have probably have money value. Could have bought groceries, could have bought stuff, Who knows? Like, most of these kids weren't out to get caught trouble, but unfortunately,
no.
Some of these kids
was doing way too much.
And there was antagonizers that are outside antagonizers that might be affiliated with other groups, supposedly according to Mayor Adams.
Nah.
Outside forces, supposedly.
Nah, I don't think it was more. I think it was just.
I feel like honestly, it could be true because this guy has so much appeal, so much of a massive following. You know what would happen if he lost all that following?
And one day, he'll go broke.
Exactly. So let's not escape the realm that someone could actually set this man up for a failure.
Personally, for me, I felt like he wanted to do something good like that,
but he didn't think it through.
And then also too, think about it. It's not just kids in the city. You had kids come from everywhere.
Yeah, young adults too.
You got young adults coming from, Jersey. You got kids coming from Jersey.
PA.
Kids come from PA, from Connecticut, because they heard about. Was it the day before he made this announcement, or
I think it was
days before?
Like a day before.
So all these people are watching your stream and get to meet, their idol right there. He didn't think it through.
Dude, like you realize you were at DreamCon.
Yeah.
A more controlled environment, and people were still mobbing people like RDC World. People like that kid from Coles, that light-skinned kid.
Yeah.
People like all these other teams, like they were getting mobbed. Like these people love these online personalities. And you don't realize how much clout and power you have until you get freaking mobbed by the people who listen to you or follow you or see you streaming. Like,
and another person I want to give a shout out to Doja Cat for her statements, bro. I'm just like, shorty,
this woman is the queen of self-sabotage.
It's like, how much times can you just do yourself dirty?
Like, listen, that self-hate is real.
Listen.
That self-hate is real.
At the end of the day,
Wait,
she has the platform
I hate your face
to pull her own curtain call, okay? It's okay. It's all right. Everybody's free to engage in whatever self-destructive tendencies that they have. Yes, you want to lend them a hand, but they don't want to grab your hand. So let her do what she got to do at the end of the day. She's always been divisive. She's always entertained this conversation, So my thing is like, all habits die hard, Kev.
I guess so.
I think it's that self-hate. That's what it is, man. Like, there's a self-destructive attitude. Like, dude, you have a multi-million-dollar career. You have fans the world over. Why would you throw that away?
It goes back to the whole too white for the black kids, and too white for the black kids, and too black for the white kids complex going on.
Yeah,
it stems from conversations like that.
So you gotta find that middle ground, like
if you don't have a strong identity within self, and knowing how to really deal with those dualities, where the dualities are not dealing with you, but you're dealing with it within your respective boundaries and who you are as a person and the character and stuff like that, especially being in the entertainment industry where it's fickle, your imagery is important. This level of engagement, if you want to entertain, if you want to put things in motion that could that could divide fans or just have fans not effing with you at all, going back to the statement is like saying you don't love your fans because you don't know them and stuff like that. It's just like, you don't get where you are without people listening to your stuff. And so I'm not saying you have to love them as if you know their life story and they know yours, but you got to appreciate the fact that they're putting, their hard-earned money or someone else's hard-earned money to go see you and promote your records
or
and
buy
things
a CD
like that.
and whatnot, or buy,
She just does the most to me. But back to Kyle Cenat,
but like I said to her, man, I hope she finds somebody that can help her, because it's her self-image, her self-worth that's probably going to be the end of her career.
It's going to be because, she pulled the greatest Jedi mind trick on us when she did the Be a Macau.
Yeah.
And then she followed with that classic album. Like, yo, I knew you were talented. I didn't know you were this good.
I had heard other records prior to that thing, and then in hindsight, I just think of when she did with that. And I didn't like it as much. It went viral. It did what she did. She just put a page out of Eminem's book.
Yeah,
that's all
shock
that was.
Value,
pretty much,
and stuff like that. You got to do something so shocking. Once you get the attention, now you gotta keep their attention by doing things that are more compelling, that show why you're here.
But you know what? It's all pulling a Janelle Monáe. You're pulling some real self-destruction ish, and then I'm telling you,
or Janelle Monáe
those are completely different conversations.
I believe with Janelle Monáe, more or less, this is always who she been. She just repressed it.
She's more adventurous than what she was.
Yeah,
she's
Listen,
that
Grace Jones.
No, Josephine Baker. Grace Jones.
Yeah. I'll put it like this when it comes to Janelle Monáe, because I've been an avid listener and a fan for quite some time now. When it comes to her, and this stems from
we knew she was of that community since her first album.
No. That's not even what I'm getting at. Oh. Shout out to Louis P. He was one of the first guys to really put me onto this. I hold Janelle Monáe as a creative person in very high regard. Even musically, I think she's boundless, and I don't think there's like a genre she can't cover. I think that highly of her skill set.
Question.
But when your presentation, when you open up your presentation to the world talking about how like, you know, I want to be respected for my art, how I conduct myself and my mind, and this is my suit and everything, and I'm not on that, you know, showing skin and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Did it a complete polar
When
opposite.
you do that 360 and people are allowed to change and grow
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and some could argue that this was gradual, but when you lead like that and stuff like that, and there's not the other side of the conversation, at least I haven't heard it, where like, you know, I could change and evolve and adapt maybe a different perspective on how on this sex driven industry. And the fact that we're talking about her this much speaks to how drastic change was.
Yeah.
You know what it is? That video, Lipstick Lover, man. Whew. Whew, Lord.
She also had that yoga track that
Couple of years ago,
couple
right?
of years ago. That was one of the precursors
Yeah.
of this evolution of Janelle Monáe. And the thing is, it's okay. It's okay.
Jumping our cell
and
phones,
stuff
man.
like
People,
that.
Sorry, guys.
But here's the thing. It also goes back to the whole Aisha Curry situation, saying that, oh, listen, I think, you know, showing that much skin and stuff like that should be sacred and for your man to see and all stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, when she realized all these girls were getting all this attention that she's thirsty for and stuff like that, and I'm trying to be as respectful as possible because I love Steph Curry and stuff like that. But let's call a spade and stuff like that. You was on your high horse about what's acceptable in terms of showing your skin and everything. And when you realize, you know, that we know you because you're Steph's wife for what he does, and you're jealous of that attention, which she clearly is, and then you're seeing how these other girls are getting it, all of a sudden, we got to look at you and be like, oh,
Speaking of
dang, you was really on that high horse. It seemed like you come down.
Speaking of people being on a high horse that you mentioned, I didn't think you was gonna mention her name. I think it's what's the guy? Boris Cujo?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
His wife was talking the same type of nonsense recently. Let me pull up the message because I sent it to my homeboy. I started to laugh. Where is he at? 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 And
I think his name is Nicole
Ari Parker says she misses the single life after being married to Boris Cujo over 17 years.
Goddamn.
Saying she wants more attention.
And here's my thing. Those are some of they're among some of the most attractive people you'll ever see.
Yep.
That are together. Boris Cujo is a handsome, good-looking man, and she's a beautiful woman. But they're all saying the same thing. A man of his stature and his regard can't come out his face saying these things.
Nope.
Can't do it.
Because oh my God, you're so sexist. You look at your beautiful wife.
No. Man can't be like, yo, ever since I become a father and domesticated man, I feel like I don't got that thing anymore where ladies are still trying to check me out or shoot their shot and stuff like that. No man can come out his face in the industry that they're in and say those things.
Because you be look like
career suicide.
A villain. You hear what he said?
Like you'd be working on Hallmark movies and Pixel Channel movies for the rest of your career.
And Tubi films all day long.
Women got a lot of complaints, but they'll never acknowledge all that CSI tape they got around all these conversations.
But back to
Cashh Cenat.
So pretty much what happened was 1 hour before the giveaway, over 2,000 people were mobbed up.
I think more than that.
I think about 20,000 supposedly.
It was a zoo.
It was, dude. People were getting, beat up in the crowd. People were getting into
Think of New Year's Eve without any of the barricades.
Barricades were getting thrown down too.
I'm just saying, but I'm trying to give Walt explain what the magnitude. Think of Times Square and New Year's Eve with no barricades.
That looks pretty apocalyptic.
Have you ever seen?
Yes.
Have you ever been to Union Square Park?
Times Square, you said?
No, Union Square.
Union Square Park? I don't believe so.
No, he never
it's
had.
Right by Whole Foods, by Trader Joe's, all that place. I've been there before, and it's huge.
It's big.
Massive.
But look, when you look at the video feed, it looked like a pack of sardines.
Dude, look at a movie, a clip from freaking Resident Evil.
Yeah, and just all just mobbing down there, running around, chaotic.
Dude, people were throwing cones at cops. People were getting yoked up by the crowd.
The cops was beating on people as they should.
And the cops were trying to get these kids, and they're saying the greatest phrase in New York history. The 3 words that I can't say.
SMD.
Suck my. And dude, it was hilarious.
These cops was out of, but I believe Cenat got detained
He got arrested.
because he started a riot.
No, but you know what it is? With all that PR team you have around you with the amp house, all that stuff, you really should have thought this through.
He's young. He don't know any better.
I know, but dude, you have a whole squad behind you.
I hear what you're saying, Ceddy said.
Yeah.
But if you want to be the man of the people and for the people, he's going to do spontaneous things.
Even Mr. Beast, who had done plenty of this before, didn't get as trouble as much trouble as Kai did.
No, you're right.
And there are other streamers that did the same exact thing. Let's be honest.
I think for him, because he mentioned about, PS5s being given away, dude, and all that hoopla behind it.
Freaking Mr. Beast gave away freaking brand new iPhone 14 Pro Maxes for Halloween, B.
He's more organized.
It does come to organization. Listen, what this is reminding me of is sounding back, and I think he'll be back is a Travis Scott situation. This is exactly what this reminds me of. Yeah. I expect him to maybe lay low a bit and refocus. I'm sure they'll try to get a lot of interviews, and it's important that he does them accordingly or he doesn't do them at all.
But the thing is this,
exactly.
Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna see this point blank and lower the music real quick one more time. A guy of your following, 50 million people, you need to think better. You have a whole squad again with you, and nobody who was older than you in that squad would have said, this is a bad idea to do a spur of the moment giveaway without letting the city know, letting the Mayor Adams know, letting the NYPD know. You have to go through proper channels in order to do something like this to occur and do it smoothly and have enough people to control the crowd so a thing like this will not happen. That's the thing.
Listen, at the end of the day, those very same people, if they're on a payroll, they're gonna be.
You didn't get fired.
They're gonna be mindful with how they talk. So my thing is it's either a person. So my thing is if Kai is one of them personalities where you're like, listen, I don't think it's a good idea. If we're gonna do this, it has to be smart. It has to be organized, and there has to be an extreme level of attention to detail. Now, if those conversations was had and stuff like that, and he didn't put the due diligence for that because of maybe impossible inflated ego, I don't know if that is the case. No, he seems like a dude that could be reasonable and understanding. I
personally believe that it was unorganized. And you're doing it in the middle of summer. These kids are out. People are coming from all over the tri-state area.
Hell, over the world, for freak's sakes, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just to see this guy with their own two eyes. He should have did it better.
And
that's all.
He got so bad that people were hanging onto his car.
I saw.
That was insane. I was like, yo, that is insane.
I saw it.
Now, it's a miracle nobody got super seriously hurt or died in this situation. It's a miracle.
It's like I said, it's just kids being kids wilding out. But hopefully next time he has it more organized and,
Well, 65 people got arrested. 30 of them were kids. And
probably the other half is probably young adults.
Yeah, but these
19, 20.
But some kids were getting thrown into the ground, thrown into cars.
I get it.
It sucks. Don't get me wrong. Listen, I know they're deserving to getting put into custody. I understand that, but dude, these are little ass kids. You're a whole grown ass man. A kid who is probably half your size is in a concrete.
Hey man, look, you're outside doing foolishness. We're gonna put you in the dirt.
Dude, I understand that, but dude,
we're not in the dirt. We're gonna put you on the dirt.
You're on camera. You can't be doing stuff like this.
Oh well, don't come to my city with that nonsense.
Dude, you know what's gonna happen? You know what? You just paid out a lot of money to these BLM protesters.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if these people who got pretty much destroyed by the NYPD will do the same thing.
We'll see.
But for the most part, Kai is still in custody, I think.
No, he got out.
He got out?
Yeah.
But don't hold him accountable.
He got out the same day.
2 charges. He has 2 charges, I think, for unlawful.
Most likely for riding.
No, for riding and unlawful. We call that thing when you meet up together, unlawful.
I don't know what it was.
Fudge. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot the term.
But I know he did get charged twice.
But among other crimes, and honestly, they're probably going to example of this kid.
Kai?
Yeah.
The DA?
No, with a fine.
Oh yeah, fine. Yeah,
we won't throw him in jail.
No jail time.
He should have done this
because it's not like he was going out there being but malice. He just wanted to,
But they might use his tweets or whatever against him because they we don't act like crazy. This and a third, and then it goes back to what you said before. The whole
word choices turn up. We're gonna be lit and stuff like that.
Be careful, man.
Word choices is important out here. How you deliver the message to your followers, to people who support you, and and hang on every word that you
Carries
say,
weight.
and like has a high degree of level of engagement from retweets, comments, and all that stuff like that. That yes, those things can and will be used against them if it comes to that point.
Oh, there you go. And this is why. And this, like I said, I think you're gonna make a concern about this dude. You better pay a multi-million-dollar fine because the city shut down.
Not multi-million.
The train shut down.
Yeah.
The cops were calling to other from other precincts.
You're fine, but he's not gonna be something like
No, it's gonna be but to make an example, because I guarantee you, it's gonna be at least 6 figures.
Listen, they recently had those stupid people. We call them people that come to every town all over the Conservative Party. When your
Trump,
girl,
the mega crowd.
the mega crowd was in New York, and New York shut that down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but it was. But his thing though, it was already that whole arraignment for Trump.
Yeah,
was already
No,
already
I think
in the books.
Wasn't MJG?
MTG, Martin Street Telegram.
Yeah, MTG.
I'm coming to New York to
And
show
they-
my
and we-
support to my leader Trump.
And
Trump.
we chased them all up out of there,
dude. And it said that a black man had to beat
Chased him
her,
back
her
to
security guard.
Chased him out.
Dude.
Chased him out of the big city.
Yes, we
I
did.
follow his page on Instagram for a little bit until he worked for Martin Street. Like, I'm done. I was about to apply for his job because he's looking for security guards and all that stuff for high level security. I was about to apply. Like, nope, not anymore, because you work for somebody I don't F with. You work for anybody. I understand. Listen, I understand.
You don't want to talk politics with him?
Listen, this ain't that. I work for the right people. Shut the hell up. Listen, I'm gonna say like this.
Get in your Uncle Ruckus bag.
Nah, we good on that. I'm gonna say that for the countermeasure for the whole Montgomery situation. So we'll wait that later,
listen,
right?
Man, entertain the Cracker Jackers.
Listen, I don't work with people like Marjorie Taylor or no racist. I'm good on that, right? All right. But hopefully things will work out for Kai, but time will tell. There's still a ongoing story, so let's see what happens.
All right.
Wish you the best.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break.
But sorry, before you go, I want to say this real quick though. It's funny they were able to yoke him up, no problem, put him in custody, but we're still almost over 2 years away, 2 years from January 6th. And not only the guy is free, it took all of us to get involved to put some of these jerk-offs into custody by putting them out on social media. And them telling themselves that they went to the damn January 6th and outed themselves.
Especially that dentist.
And this
douchebag.
And this is
and upstate New York, right?
Yeah,
that douchebag.
But it just reinforces how powerful the court of public opinion really is.
No, it goes on how there's two different Americas, white and black.
Yes, there is.
Two things could be true.
All right, this is Duppy, Daily Duppy Freestyle by my boy Cashh. We'll be right back with more On the Record podcast, and I am Walt. My turn to give our story time.
Free my man Kai.
Like a club in West End, no capping. You know what would've happened if they never sent me packing. If you saw me out in yard on the dance floor snapping, very high chance one of the dogs bought the mackin'. You're on a game, my brother, double numbers for a mad thing. Never thought my little bro would be affected, but it grabbed him. I thought his behavior would be patterned. When I was sleeping on his behavior, he caught a case for a napping. The irony. They couldn't see me, now they all got their eyes on me. The irony, you can't look me in my eyes if before you try style on me. So, don't you know I'm back like I never left? Even at my peak, I could never rest. Again, I'm sent an avalanche upon your ends. Trapping, white everywhere like the EDL's marching again. Don't give a f like he's celibate, that's why he's celibate. No Scarface, but he can get rid of it. So much potential, they say that he can win a Brit. But to win a brick would be a blessing right now. So he's waiting on a drop like a festival crowd. Run up in house, gun up in mouth. Yeah. Before I landed, I was searching for land. Even as a juvenile, I was a man. Now I'm a man, I realized the man, they were boys. More time you have to build and destroy. More time you have to destroy than build. Where I'm from is kill or be killed. In order for the man and belly to be filled, they were running in banks and jumping over the. Never had a pot to piss and roll to prison. What's the difference? Either way, we're still restricted, still a victim to the system. Never knew he was a snake until the day that I got bitten. All them older people told me I would feel if I don't listen, but I got brothers I don't ever need to beg, friend. My loyalty could never be questioned. I'm as integral as you get them. I've inflicted retribution for my dead friends. Something feels dodgy, then it's probably cause it is, fam. Check them from the door, treat energy like a wristband. Run up in the trap like I heard you need assistance. How can I be racist when the plug is from Pakistan? My bugging us case for a M came back to the ends and emptied out a clip just to give thanks. Real life, me, I tell you on our story time. You could never be bored with mine. Reminiscing on the norm, that ain't ish compared to shit going on in yard. Shot a woman 25 times in front of her son. When he gets older, what do you think that he's gonna become? Rolling with it, saying by force I'm gonna be safe. There's been 8 shootings in the last 14 days. If this was an audition to be them boys in the hood, I would fail the audition because I won't betray. Loyal to my nigga until we both see grave. Even the top memories I won't replace. If we start from scratch, keep every moment the same. Every companion, every opponent the same, yeah. Look, I know you may never understand. This is my reality, it made me who I am. Survival is the reason why I got this in my hand. Eager and ready to let it bang, bang, bang. The irony. They couldn't see me, now they all got their eyes on me. The irony. Can't look me in my eyes if before you try style on me. Don't you know I'm back like I never left. Even at my peak, I could never rest. Man, I for put no money upon your head. I don't even have to sign a check. The man them would do it for respect.
All right, man. So, I am Walt.
All right,
Give them people your story.
Okay. Got a couple of stories, but let me get to the first one.
Yep.
The first one is... involves Mrs. Dionne Warwick.
Oh, here we go.
Mrs. Dionne Warwick. Yep, the legendary, iconic Mrs. Dionne Warwick.
Auntie.
Okay. So, Ms. Dionne Warwick, who once referred to herself as the CEO of Twitter, the living legend has decided to part ways with Twitter because of all the chaos circulating around the social media platform. In May 2020,
I thought it was Elon Musk was the CEO and the owner.
So, I mean, two things could be true. She was more so like, I guess, she had like a honorary position, but let me get into all that.
Do your thing.
In May 2023, when news broke that Tesla owner Elon Musk would be stepping down from his role as CEO of Twitter, appointing someone else, Warwick offered her talents for the job. Yes. Her self-appointed Twitter role, she said, quote, "I'm excited to officially take on the role as CEO of Twitter. That's what friends are for," the crooner previously tweeted. This was in the works for months. ABC broke the news via Twitter and plans of Elon Musk to step down from the role within weeks. ABC News broke the news via Twitter and plans to step down from the role within weeks, the entrepreneur says. This was dated May 11, 2023 at 5:57 p.m. And this was and the source that I got it from. This next part is from Afrotech. Shout out to Afrotech.com. Afrotech had reported Elon Musk stepping in as the CEO of Twitter in October 2022, shortly after his acquisition of the platform for $44 billion.
He overpaid.
However, it was later revealed that the billionaire had no intention of staying in the position for the long haul. Quote, "I will resign as CEO as soon as I find someone foolish enough to take the job," he joked in December 2022 posted on Twitter. After that, I will just run the software and servers team. Recent Twitter changes. Elon Musk upheld his promise when it was around May 2023 via the Twitter NBC's Universal former chairman of global advertising and partnership, Linda Yaccarino, will become the CEO of the platform, focusing primarily on the business operations. As Twitter users to continue to question the future of the beloved social networking app, with someone even jumping over to test out the new platforms such as Spill and Meta's Threads, Warwick has seemingly responded to the uncertainty of what is to come for the platform and revoked her previous statements. Quote, I'm resigning from this position, Warwick said in a tweet. They got too much going on here. These are quotes from the writer. It looks like Warwick is just the latest Twitter user looking for answers as the platform grapples with what's next. From the abolishment of legacy verified users to news of restricting amount of tweets that can be fired off. Only time will tell what's next for those in the Twitter sphere. You got too much going on over there.
Elon.
An over 70 plus, I think, into 80s year old said, you got too much going over there. You know how much she's seen? And she's seen you guys got too much going on over there. She's seen the
entire civil rights movement in front of her. She's seen Jim Crow. She's seen the worst of America.
Well, if there's one thing I know, the civil rights movement hasn't ended. She saw like the
Jim Crow,
the era and the like, and probably the most influential aspect out of it. But the fight is still ongoing. It's not something that
you're right.
that definitively ended. And we have enough stories and seen things with our very own eyes that it reminds us that every single day. But when you're that old, respectfully, when you are well seasoned and you've seen so much with your eyes and experiences and the different eras of people that this woman has crossed paths with, living and departed from this earth, and she says, y'all got too much going on over there. Twitter is the sunken place right now.
Yep.
But that's the idea though of Twitter. I've been saying this for a minute. That's the idea. Remember, this place was once the hub of all the news in the world.
Indeed, it was.
Without no mainstream media overbearing, no spin, no control.
Twitter came out like 08, 09, was it? What?
No,
it was before that.
But
it was around that 08, 09, going into the 2010s when it was really live.
Oh yeah, Black
was
Twitter
really
was
live.
jumping back
and stuff
then.
like that.
And I'm telling you right now, I keep telling you guys this. I believe it's true. I think Elon bought this as a hit job because with all the people involved in giving the money towards buying Twitter, like the Saudis and other countries that are not on good terms.
Twitter was founded in March 21st, 2006.
I'm just saying, guys, it's not far from the truth that this guy could bought this to destroy Twitter.
06 when Twitter started out.
Honestly,
Facebook started 04.
It sounds like just from looking and hearing the things I've been hearing, whether it's things I found in my own time or whether it's new information you guys constantly mine in regards to Twitter.
Yeah,
it seems like he was into buying the history of Twitter, but I don't think he had an attention to detail plan to use it in a manner that was beneficial to him while it still kept its stock in contact.
He wanted to control the narrative of the news because that's what Twitter was used for.
You can't.
And because now that he done ran it to the ground, pointedly useless now.
Yep.
Controlling the narrative of the news is counterproductive, because my thing is like it goes against what it goes. Well, this country goes against a lot of the things that it should stand for, but that right there is counterproductive. This is not a North Korea Kim Jong-un thing. Like Twitter is a free for all with thoughts, opinions, engagement, and breaking news in real time. We don't need no more smoke and mirrors. We have enough already.
Not for Elon.
To be honest with you,
Elon wanted to control the narrative
and stuff like that.
Control those blue checks.
And then I heard recently that he wants to try to make Twitter a space for crypto.
Yeah, get out of here.
It's always people of Elon's complexion and influence that's always looking to dictate the narrative. But when Bill Cosby wanted to control the narrative with NBC and stuff like that and change the perception of black people in this world and stuff like that, all of a sudden, some disturbing indiscretions came about to be and stuff like that. All of a sudden.
That's true.
You're not lying when it comes to that, my boy.
That's true. But at the end of the day, man, Elon Musk knew what he was doing. He's waving his small penis around because he has the money to do it. And dude is such a narcissist that he wants to use this term called X, which he is able to do. He loves the word X so much that he called his son X. We had a problem with that X situation is that Meta and Microsoft owns that X. So now I'm waiting for a loss to occur from either one of those companies. This guy is such in his own way. Like he keeps stepping on rakes. Like here's on a Simpsons episode where the Style Show Bob steps on rakes on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know where it went left from because I first heard about him through
it went left through
my best friend and
Giggs left him.
And no, so okay, wait, say that one more time.
His wife Giggs left him for a trans man. That's when it went left. That's I think when it went left. He went full blown conservative villain.
That's a lot to stomach for any man, but what I will say is that, you know, I first heard about him through my best friend, and I'd like seen different things, you know, from I think maybe a TED Talk or certain like interviews or things that or like newsworthy stuff and stuff like that. And for the most part, he seemed like a visionary who was out here trying to contribute to the efficiency and the progression of planet Earth and all these other great ideas.
But the problem is he was exposed as a charlatan.
You know,
every time you see him, he's doing something worse and worse that kills that facade. And he exposed himself to being a charlatan.
I hear you.
All he is a guy with money who bought into ideas that other people were doing and used the government in order to flatten his bottom line. Because look what happened. What if for the government buying into like the technology of Tesla and SpaceX, he wouldn't be the billionaire he is right now. Let's give him 100.
I hear you.
The guy is a fraud. He's a charlatan. Every billionaire who thinks he's like God's gift to creation is full of crap. The only person that could think of that's actually worth his salt and be a creator is Bill Gates, because he created Microsoft systems. But Steve Jobs, same thing. He created Apple.
See. The thing is, there's people
teams, so there's squads.
There are people that will hit you with the rebuttal that Bill Gates was on some shady, shiesty stuff where he stole things too.
Well, here's the thing,
and stuff like that.
No billionaire earned theirs a fair way. Let's give it 100.
I hear you.
Let's not pretend.
I hear you.
Let's not kid ourselves. No, the only person I think of that they earned his the fair way was probably Mark Cuban.
Yeah. And Tyler Perry.
He did things that wasn't done before. On internet streaming for sports stuff, and Tyler Perry really had the black support doing his stories and whatnot. That he went from stage to movie to TV.
Sorry,
look what happened. Now he owns BET and
his car.
Yeah. From his skills, homeless.
Yeah.
And now he owns land that's formerly slave masters' land.
Don't mention also he owns that old army base too.
Yep.
And turned that into a studio.
True.
He made a studio on formerly slave land. Former slave land.
I respect some of the
those are the 2 billion I respect.
In terms of business acumen and stuff like that, Tyler Perry is an absolute top of the food chain businessman. Like I can't take that away from him.
And Mark Cuban.
We could have his constructive fundamental criticisms about some of the imagery he has painted in his films and stuff like that,
or the wigs he used for TV shows.
There is no gray area with that as far as I'm concerned. But what I will say in terms of business acumen, and stuff like that, and the people he's helped put on, and the people that could go to him and that he would advise them accordingly. I remember when
Yeah.
Kevin Hart was talking to him and stuff like that, and Kevin Hart wanted the same setup to have a studio and shoot his content and stuff like that. One of the first guys he went to was Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
And stuff like
And
that.
they
So he
have the LOL
understands
network.
that. And my biggest thing is like,
Yep.
we definitely gotta give him more of his roses, because when I see a lot of these talented YouTubers shooting their content and stuff like that could very well, like, you know, be mainstream and stuff like that. I look at guys like Kev on Stage. Kev on Stage should really be out of here.
Well, thanks to Robin Meade,
you know,
in a Black Lady sketch show, he was given time.
you know,
Him, RDC World, and a few other people that are online
Yeah.
celebrities. What's his name? That big dude, the black dude. Ryan Davis.
Yeah.
they have
Tony Baker.
All those
Same
guys.
thing. We're
they
on
have
that show.
so much leverage. When Hollywood decides to come knocking on their door, they gotta overcharge them.
Oh yeah.
As they should, because they do the Jay-Z method. I'm gonna do you how you did our ancestors
Crush
dirty.
Brothers.
Facts. Real talk.
Like you did Wilson dirty. Guess what? F you, pay me. You did Red Fox dirty. F you, pay me.
Yeah.
You did Diane Carroll dirty. F you, pay me.
Because it's a different thing when I was looking rough and still a diamond in the rough, and you could have had me early.
Yeah.
Shit, you could have screwed me then.
Like you did a Wayne's Brothers dirty. F you, pay me.
Right now, Hollywood's not in a position to take. They are at their mercy
Sorry,
right
that's
now.
3, right?
4.
All right, 4. My bad. 4.
You're doing great.
They are at Hollywood's.
How many minutes?
121.
Wow.
Hour 21, I mean.
They are at Hollywood's mercy right now.
But they have no
and
choice.
if there's anybody that's gonna even thrive even more with all this going on, it's content creators.
You know what it
Yeah.
is? And this is why I'm glad you brought that up, because here's the thing. A24 is the only studio that's able to do their projects during this strike. Only one.
Because they signed off on the deal.
No, because they're a low independent company.
I know, but they signed off on the deal.
No, because they know their worth of their actors, their actresses, their writers. They know their work because they're a small in-home content creation company. Movies, TV shows, what have you. And they know their worth, their bloodline is those writers and actors.
And there's like so many of them that I watch, from Minx, Big Jaw, El Hodge, all these dope content creators talking about, you know, executing relatable things, a bit of satire, a bit of over exaggeration, but it's actually good stuff. And then you think about, you know, in my opinion, some of these great
Big
gatekeepers, in my
shows.
opinion, from Issa Rae, Ava DuVernay, they are about to get the old guard out of Hollywood up out of here, bro.
And
Those
that's it.
two.
I'm glad for those people like that. Issa Rae helped created from Insecure a Black Lady sketch show, and Robert Meade took that baton and gave people like I said, Kevin on Stage, Minx, Ryan Davis, all these people, content creators, a platform.
These were things I didn't even know at the time.
You know that
were YouTube videos of Awkward Black Girl in 2007. That means she had just wrapped up college and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
She was really figuring this thing out. Insecure didn't pop off till like I think 2014, 2015.
Yeah, she was doing
It takes time.
7 years,
You know?
homie.
It takes time.
But-
You don't come in with a splash.
Like the
Nah.
girl who did Abbott Elementary.
yeah.
All it took was a couple of videos and a couple of years, and look what happened. Now she's one of the best TV shows on basic
Emmy
TV.
nominated TV shows.
Yes.
There was like
I think she won 2 awards.
She won 2 Emmys.
Yeah, yeah.
like one of my favorite shows back in the day. I think it's still underrated among TV shows. Is My Wife and Kids. I do not believe it got it just due that
Nah,
it
'cause you know
did,
what it is?
but it didn't end correctly.
I'll tell
as
you
well.
why it didn't get just because you know why? He was a Wayans.
It's nasty business.
Plain and simple.
nasty
And
business.
they have a vendetta against the Wayans because after Living Color, they stole their ish. Like, look what happened to Scary Movie. 2 movies in, one of the best, funniest horror comedies of all time. What happened? They stole it from them, and now it then went down the crapper.
No, that's how it has to be and stuff like that. You know, my thing is like, this is what they do. You get something great to the table and stuff like that, and then you see the money come in and stuff, and then they want more of it, but they also want to, like, you know, stifle the creative control.
And that's their
So, like,
problem.
and my thing is just like, you could remove the artist from the movie, from the creative process legally, but the picture you're gonna paint is always an issue.
Dude, because listen, Scary Movie 3, 4,
know?
and 5 were crap. Let's be honest with ourselves. Scary Movie 3, 4, and 5 were crap.
You know,
1 and 2 are the best ones, hands down.
So and you know, honestly, shout out to Marlon Wayans, man, and stuff like that.
And he talked away because now he's smart. He owns all his stuff now.
Yeah.
He did movies with Netflix. He owns a haunted house, all that stuff. And now people are starting to look at him and learn from him, like Mike Epps with Meet the Blacks. People are learning. You have to own your ish.
Like that dude, and also dudes like yourself. That dude is a worker, bro. Like he works. He knows the legacy that he got to live up to, but he's just gonna do it in his own way and constantly working. Bro, that dude is really all-time inspiring.
He's still working. He's on the road nonstop.
It's funny that you say about ownership, because even in this podcast space, that people, I want to start a podcast, and I heard this such and such app was giving away free podcasting. You can do that, but the downside is you don't own it. When we first started this podcast, I went through Anchor. Come to find out when I make the switch, I didn't own it. They did.
Wow.
So I had to go through like loopholes to get it back.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I know that.
So that's why I tell people when it comes to like, doing those free hosting and anything free.
Nope.
Read the fine print, man. Because sometimes they own you by the balls, man.
Yeah.
So once this ish takes off, oh, guess what? We own you now.
Yeah, we own you. And then try to get off of it was a pain in the butt.
Because that's the
end game.
That's their gamble. They're gonna create a platform for you to use openly.
And now Spotify owns Anchor.
Exactly. So they're gonna create a platform for you to openly use it and stuff like that, quote unquote, free bait you into it, give you an option, and just out of the thousands of people who take that option, maybe 5 or 10 might pop off.
Yeah. Dude, all right, sorry.
And then once that happens and stuff like that, all the legalities, all the blood, sweat, and tears that you put to getting it to a certain point becomes null and void.
Dude, it reminds me of this one time. I'm not sure you follow YouTube back in the day, early aughts. There's a place called Machinima. Machinima was a housing place for all these like video games, comedy, stuff like that. It had multiple channels, multiple personalities like Ted and Larson, Internet Today.
Was Machinima on like Roku and stuff like that? Like,
yeah, Machinima
had its own channel, right?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, TV. It had shows like the Street Fighter Legacy series, the Mortal Kombat Legacy, stuff like that. And
it was on Cody.
Yeah,
part of that whole Cody, Roku, Fire Stick, all that stuff like that.
Yeah, Machinima was a whole thing. It birthed Red vs. Blue.
Okay.
And Red vs. Blue separated to itself, became Rooster Teeth. And all these people, all these kind of creators went on Machinima because it would give them the exposure and it would link people to their website and whatnot. But at the end of the day, when you realize what happens, like they got effed over. Because once AT&T owned it, or was it Time Warner owned it at the end of the day?
You know how it happens because the AT&T Time Warner merged together. So these people put in thousands of hours of work. And because of things didn't work out the way it worked out for Machinima, snatch,
gone. You cannot find any of the old Machinima stuff online at all. Unless you download it yourself and on a terabyte hard drive or something like that, you cannot find any of their older stuff at all. It's gone from the internet. Not like it never existed. Ted and Larson lost everything. The guys I follow from Internet Today, one of my favorite channels, they lost all their stuff. And that's not even all the people who lost all their stuff, because they're mad personalities who went through Machinima to get exposure and gone. And he had to, and dude, they were getting no money, no nothing. It's like it was a complete crap show.
It happens, man.
And I feel bad. Like sitting with Anchor, sitting have to do with Anchor, and sitting with Machinima, and I don't feel no type of way when they went under. Screw them.
All right, my story is gonna be, me. I'm into sports. You know what I'm saying? Sports is a big gamble. Sports is a big marketing thing. So here's my story: how television is reshaping college sports.
Here we go.
College has primarily gone multiple shake-up recently that has broken the geographical traditions that separated them from other sports professionals. I.e., we'll have, remember when back in the day you had the Big Ten, the college sports,
SEC.
ACC, SEC,
Pac-10, Pac-12,
Pac-10, Big 12. What was the one that was for the small schools, man? The Big East tournament.
Yep.
So that's all has changed. Now, in a nation with super conferences, Those days of power conferences are now dead thanks to TV and media deals. So here's the moves that happened so far recently, right? Oregon and Washington University deflected from the Pac-12 to now join the Big Ten. Also joining the Big Ten is UCLA and USC. In a new rebrand, they'll have 18 teams from coast to coast. So traditionally, the Big Ten was a Midwest, not Midwest, a North, a mid-central.
Yeah.
So like Ohio, like teams like Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan State was over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have teams from California, i.e. USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington, which are all coastal teams jumping ship. Arizona State, Utah are leaving the Pac-12 for the Big 12 alongside Colorado. The 108-year-old Pac-12 is on the verge of collapsing with only 4 schools left in it. The schools are Stanford, Cal, Oregon State, and Washington State. The reason for the Big 12 and SCD for all these reshapes and reconferencing alignments because they have secured mega TV deals that pay those conferences well, and the Pac-12 has not struck a deal. Recently, the SEC, that's what Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, the big schools, Georgia Bulldogs, the big boys. The SEC inked a $3 billion deal for 10 years with Disney starting in 2024, while the Big Ten struck a deal with Fox, CBS, and NBC worth $7.5 billion over several years. And not to mention, Notre Dame has their own primary deal with NBC.
Yep.
That's why you saw during the college football season and during basketball season, Notre Dame games were broadcast on NBC because they struck a TV deal with them, right? Also, Notre Dame is not part of any conference. They are basically a free-roaming conference alongside Navy, Army, etc. Anyways, the Pac-12 tried to get a deal with Apple TV+, but it's not enough to halt those leaving or coming to them. In 2021 to 2022, the Big 12, as a conference, sent $58 million to each school with room to jump up because of a new TV deal. Under the Apple deal that Apple proposed to the Pac-12 would send them $30 million roughly. So because of TV companies, Disney, NBC, Fox, CBS, and countless of others are paying these college schools to host their sporting events on the TVs, college football is now ruining college sports because football is king in college. That pays the most. That puts the most people in seats.
Yeah.
Basketball, not really. Because if you look up, anyone you look up right now, comparing how many seats in Madison Square Garden compared to how many seats in MetLife Stadium, it's a lot. Hence why Beyonce would do two-day concerts in MetLife, but Drake have to do 2, 4 or 5 day concerts inside the Garden and in the Barclays.
But do you think there'll be more incentive now that these top NBA prospects are getting paid now?
Well, that's because now also too, considering to sports, you got college football, you have TV revenue, you have the NIL deals, and all these things are shifting the landscape for college sports, where football is basically the forefront of it and is realigning things. So like when you used to have Duke versus Syracuse, that was a Big East thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Big East went to the ACC.
Okay.
A lot of the Syracuse, I think UConn, and Duke all went to the ACC with Clemson over there too. And that they have a TV deal with ACC, the ACC network.
So these, I guess them going to different conferences is
it's basically it's a money play. It's money play.
It's a money play. Okay.
So because they go to the SEC, each college every year gets part of the TV deal revenue.
I feel like in a way it's like you're cutting your nose to spite your face.
Not cutting your nose to spite your face.
And let me explain what I mean by that.
Go
My
ahead.
thing is like when you look at some of the history of these teams and these storied colleges and their success and the players that have played with that played for them and a good amount of them have gone to be maybe some of them transcendent players in the NBA and well-renowned and stuff like
NFL too as well.
in the NFL too.
MLB, all that stuff like that. Go ahead.
And well-renowned and stuff like that. You know, as long as your program still is what it is and stuff like that, I don't even think you got to go and do that because the TV deals should be really coming to you.
Okay, so you're saying that the TV deal should come to the players?
The TV deal should come to the best product available.
Yeah,
and as long as the product is what it is, like you trying to go somewhere else to get the bigger bag, it seems a bit counterproductive when that could be when what you already put forth along with your history should still dictate those TV deals to come to you.
So when you say the TV deals coming to them, you mean coming to the school?
Coming to the school, coming to the elite teams involved, not just one or two teams. I'm talking about there's just been a history of these crop of teams, you know, having the best program and giving us the best product. It shouldn't just be like, okay, like you mentioned the likes of Duke.
Yeah.
So like, why is Duke going to them to that conference to show what they've already done?
Oh, so okay. So sometimes what happens with these realignments, the conferences will go to the school,
okay,
and say, "Hey, we got a TV deal. We know you're popular. We know you're a good school. Here's what they're paying per year for the university." Because if you right now, college sports, it's a big Wild Wild West show going on.
Because you know what it feels like? It feels like when that quarterback gets that bag, all of a sudden I can't stay where I am and command that bag. Now I have to go to that team.
No.
That's what it feels like.
No. What I'm saying with TV is now changing how like your favorite. So like used to have like Ohio State versus Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Michigan has the Big Ten deal going on,
yeah,
and the SEC says, "Hey man, Michigan, hey man, look, you know you how much you getting paid? $30 million? Well, if you come join us, we'll give you $60 million a year." Ooh.
I hear you.
In other words, honestly, the way things go right now with the whole situation with television rights, all that stuff, is to get to the point that you're gonna be blocked out of certain games. That you
Yes.
see, and at the end of the day, it's gonna trigger more piracy.
Absolutely, but
it happened already.
Yeah,
my whole point is, especially when you talk about these big games and these historic rivalries and stuff like that
being restructured
and stuff like that. Whether you're still a player, you may not be the sexy marquee name, you may not have as many accolades. You still contribute to that TV deal.
No, you did,
So,
and they're getting it because you have the NIL deal coming on now. So now with the whole NIL stuff going on, and you might have a TV company like, so we'll say like Cablevision might be sponsoring the St. John Red Storm.
There should be enough capital to match pricing.
And there is.
Because what this sounds to me is like, it sounds to me like the early doors of a monopoly.
No, well, it could be. It could be at the end of 20 years from now, maybe one mega conference instead of just small independent conferences. 'Cause that's what it was. When these colleges joined up, it was okay. We have product. We can share the money within the schools. If you win the major tournament, we get XYZ prize. More of the professional more of the creme de la creme's, talent will come to our schools now, and we're good. My whole thing is that TV has now changed the whole thing over because of TV. TV changed college sports. Is what I'm getting at. So now you have a team like those 14 that said Washington, UCLA, USC, and I think the other one was Oregon. Those are 4 teams that are all on the West Coast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had their own thing going over there.
Mm-hmm.
Because their conference didn't strike a deal. Now they're going all the way over to Ohio to play games.
That's exactly what I mean. Cutting my nose to spite my face.
Well, because they're getting paid for it now. I hear what you're saying, is that if we stay in Pac, if those schools would stay where they are in the Pac-12, they can get a better deal, or they can get a deal. But if they're not getting the deal that, because the Big Ten is popular, because the powerhouse schools like like Clemson, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan are all on the East Coast, and they have their own conferences over there.
Yeah.
And if those schools that on the West Coast want part of that money, they got to move.
Yep.
It's quite the dilemma. Side note, I mean, this is not really in particular to this conversation, but I would love to see Seattle and Vancouver back in the NBA fold. That's just what I wanted to say. I'm being dead serious. They had no business moving to Oklahoma City. I don't care who feels the way about that. And Vancouver, like I said, it's another beautiful, engaging.
Remember, Vancouver
city,
moved from Vancouver to Memphis.
That's cool and all, but we could just bring it back and revamp it. It could be like the Vancouver Titans or something like that. You know,
I know the NBA wants to have a team in Vegas. That's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen.
So they might have another team in Toronto, in Canada too. Then
there was Toronto and Vancouver. But Vancouver sales were so low, they moved to Memphis.
If there's a possibility of ever possibly seeing like a Vancouver Toronto Raptors finals, that would be hit. That would be ideal.
A team in Montreal, board I can see a team in Vancouver.
It could happen.
Montreal, that's a sexy city as well. That's not a bad shot.
Remember they had the Montreal Expos and the Montreal Expos, and they're moving to Washington and making the Washington Nationals as a baseball team.
Yeah, you're right.
They moved in the early aughts. But when it comes to like sports and those kind of things, what you just said right there, with the sidebar, it comes to popularity. What can the city bring for revenue? And if a team can host it, put them back. Do you know that the guy, the guy you hate, Stan Kroenke, Ceddy, fix your face, bro. The same owner for the Rams. I think Rams. Didn't he just win a championship recently with the Denver Nuggets?
He won multiple championships, man.
So he won with the Colorado Avalanche, the Nuggets, and the Rams. Apparently, he is trying to build a mega sports complex thing in Seattle.
I don't mind it.
It hosts all teams.
But host all teams. I'm not host a basketball team. So if he does that, NBA, you say you want to go back to Seattle, right?
There's your chance. Balls in your court.
Yeah, absolutely. He's also the owner of my beloved Arsenal FC.
Yes, he's there
too. But I honestly,
I hate the dude. I'm sorry.
I like the direction the team is going on, but I would not mind if he decided to sell to the Spotify guy if that guy has great intentions, because I love where the direction the team's headed, but we need some killers. Like I'm of the mindset is I can respect you before the game and after the game and still want to outplay you like you don't belong on the field with us.
Okay.
That's just me.
And I believe also they were talking about a conference realignment. So if the NBA does bring in 2 new teams, supposedly I think the Memphis Grizzlies and the Hornets were going to go east and Chicago was going to come west.
Listen,
I forgot how they're going to do it.
Seattle, especially at this time, I think it's a great city, strong city with a strong fan base. Not to say that I didn't give OKC its roses at the height of their success with the likes of a young Russell Westbrook, Harden, and KD, and all them dudes, because that atmosphere felt like a college atmosphere.
It was, and still is.
Of just waves after wave. But how everything has transpired over the last decade plus and stuff like that, it's clear as day the owner's not interested in winning.
All I know is...
Say it again. I know where it's going.
If we're all still alive, God will spare our lives, I want to see the ESPN 30 for 30 story about the OKC Thunder with Harden, KD, and Westbrook, and Reggie Jackson, and Serge Ibaka, Thabo Sefolosha,
all them dudes.
Steven. I want to see that documentary because you had 3 Hall of Famers on one squad and 0 chips.
Not just 3 Hall of Famers.
3
We're talking about
Hall of Famers.
Supreme
and
talented
3
Hall of
MVP players.
Hall of Famers. The likelihood of you ever drafting that level of talent ever again in your lifetime within the same organization is virtually obsolete.
Dude, it's like the Nets. The Nets had 3 stellar.
No,
not even close. He drafted these guys back to back to back times.
All right, so I understand that, but
So he
hear me
hit
out.
on his first round pick.
Do you understand with the proper development and of those players and with a coach that holds them accountable? Do you understand that Golden State possibly never happens?
Yeah. I know, you're right. Wait, wasn't like George Karl on that team too, or no?
George Karl for Seattle, yes, he was a Seattle head coach.
And Memphis as well, right?
No,
Did they fire
Seattle
him?
and Denver.
I thought he was at Memphis too.
No, he was never in Memphis.
Oh,
He was
wow.
Seattle and Denver.
If you gave a guy like a Nick Nurse that team
Oh,
or a Larry Brown,
hell yeah!
are you kidding me?
Hell yeah!
Or even a Mark Jackson, bro.
Woo!
It's a different ball game,
And
bro.
I'm sad for Mark Jackson and your boy Stan Van Gundy for both getting fired from ESPN
Jeez.
recently.
Yeah.
Another one of the budget cuts.
Mm-hmm.
For what? Pat McAfee and freaking Stephen A. Smith.
So apparently, Doc Rivers is not gonna be announcing on basketball.
He ain't no Mark Jackson.
I'm glad you brought him up.
There goes that man,
I'm glad you brought him up because he's part of my unpopular takes. I'm glad you brought that name up.
Mark Jackson.
Nope.
Doc Rivers.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
And then so
He's like always the bridesmaid, never the bride, man. That's who he is, man.
this is BizzyDaBachelor and Kim Phyenix with this song "Made Up My Mind." We'll be right back with more on the Record podcast. Big shout out to the Bronx dancehall crew down there, man. We love y'all. Soon come.
Made up my mind. Easy again.
Phyenix again. I made up my mind. Yeah.
Hey, baby girl, you know I made up my mind. I wanna love you every day, every time. Me love your pretty, pretty face, you're a dime. It coming like gotta show me a sign. Sign with you. I wanna spend some time with you. Well, hey, baby girl, you know I made up my mind. I wanna love you every day, every time. Me love your pretty, pretty face, you're a dime. It coming like gotta show me a sign. Sign with you. I wanna spend some time with you. Well,
I've been waiting for a very long time. This is time to spend with you. Need you in my life, baby, love. I don't know what to do. Ooh, I've been calling. Baby, from morning, I wanna spend some time with you. Everything about me well turn up from morning. Me a call and I know you no pick up. My face pretty, no need no makeup. Flat belly, breast stiff from me body shape up. Busy, and you know sister gotta show you a sign. And if me ever love you one more time, yeah.
hey, baby girl, you know I made up my mind. I wanna love you every day, every time. Me love your pretty, pretty face, you're a dime. It coming like gotta show me a sign. Sign with you. I wanna spend some time with you. Phoenix, I've been waiting to take you around the world now. I decided to make you my girl now. Me have a son, but me need me a girl child. Oh yeah. I've been waiting, I'm waiting for a while now. I decided to make up my mind now. I need you in my life.
Hey baby boy, you know I made up my
Kim
mind.
Phyenix, busy again.
Made up my mind.
I said I made up my mind.
Hey baby boy, you know I made up my mind. I love you for a very long time.
I said I made up my mind.
Oh baby boy, you know I made up my mind. I've been love you for a very long time. No, me not gonna ever waste your time.
Hey baby girl, you know I made up my mind. I wanna love you every day, every time. Me love your pretty, pretty face, you're a dime. It coming like gotta show me a sign. Sign with you. I wanna spend some time with you.
All right, y'all. Before we start our second half of our story time, well, third half of the story time. Breaking news. I have some breaking news to break down. Hope you folks are sitting down right now because man, oh man. So, a little birdie had tweeted me out something from my timeline. Apparently, your boy Skip Bayless has now found his debate partners.
Little Wayne?
Cameron and Mace.
One is Little Wayne. So Little Wayne will be joining them on Fridays every so often. But his main debate person will now be Richard Sherman.
Have the mic. I'm out.
Pick up your microphone. Pick up your microphone.
It's right there.
Pick it up and plug it in. Pick it up and plug it in.
Man,
You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
Come on, man. It's bull.
Stop cursing.
I said bull.
You said BS and the F-bomb before that. Stop it.
Not it. No, I did not.
Leave it on to plug it back in.
I do. Done. See? They hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Yo, we can't get away with this stuff, man. Come on, man. Every time he's gonna go down, he somehow survives, man. It's like Jason freaking Voorhees, man. Come on, man. It's too much, man.
What you mean it's too much? This is great. This is great television.
White man always survives being canceled, I guess, right?
Walter, fix your face. Why you doing that, man?
Lil Wayne, really,
Man.
Lil Wayne of all people, man. He be playing high of his ass on a freaking scissor on Fridays, man. Like, yeah.
You got
like,
Lil Wayne, now you got Richard Sherman. What you worried about it for, bro?
Dude, you really think Lil Wayne be coherent enough to do a debate with?
Yes, he can. Yes, he'll do it. Once Lil Wayne puts his mind on something, he'll be ready.
Honestly, to be honest with you, from what I've seen of Lil Wayne, he don't look like he's really out here on the dirty Sprite, bro.
Nah.
He doesn't look like it. I don't know. Will there be like long-term ramifications as he advances of age because of it? But he don't look like he's been. He looked like he's been very coherent, sound. He looks as healthy as he's ever looked, in my personal opinion, from what I've seen of him. I think that should be engaging and entertaining, and also Skip will just add a new audience to his thing. But all I'm gonna say is, as far as Richard Sherman is concerned, listen.
You want to turn the music down?
Yes. If you ever come across this Richard Sherman, you may never come across this Richard Sherman, and that's all good and stuff like that. We still elevating out here. What I'm gonna say, Richard Sherman, is understand that this is a very, very lucrative position in terms of popularity for you, in terms of like the money that you could generate. But I really, really beg that you have a high, supremely high degree of restraint when it comes to Skip. He has no problem crossing certain lines. The last thing I need you to do is crossing and reaching for that old man over that table.
He'll do it. He'll do it.
And stuff like that. You could articulate your points. I'm sure you could cover a lot of degree of different things. I'm sure you could bring lots of energy and stuff like that. You're a smart dude, graduated from Stanford and stuff. And when you was tearing Skip...
Excuse me. Stanford graduate when you spoke my name, okay?
Stanford graduate.
Richard Sherman. All pro Stanford graduate.
4.0 GPA, I believe.
Yes,
and all that.
Say it with me. All pro Stanford graduate.
All pro Stanford graduate. Richard Sherman.
Thank you.
And Richard, I'm telling you right now, I want the best for you. Yes, you've had some tough times and stuff like that. But when I saw you tearing the Skip to bits, all those years ago on First Take,
Actually, 10 years ago.
I understood where he's coming from. And in hindsight, watching it back, I enjoyed every bit of it, to be honest with you, because he can't get out of pocket, and like I said, we saw how he did it with Shannon Sharp. He has no problem doing it with you, and hopefully you understand what you signed up for, And I'm sure you might get to a point where you're conflicted because Skip outside of this arena and level of engagement, he's probably a really solid dude. And I'm sure you'll be conflicted at times. But the operative word is restraint.
Before you go, I want to play a little clip, if you don't mind me, of 10 years ago.
Get to it. Get to the flashbacks.
Up to. I mean, you can say whatever you want. Skip can say whatever he wants, but Skip, whenever you refer to me, whenever you speak to me, whenever you address me as All-Pro Stanford graduate, because those are some accomplishments you can aspire to, you will never accomplish. You have never accomplished anything. So, but those things are on my resume. Those are what I've done. It's my second year in the NFL, going on my third. I mean, you tell me who's wrong.
Okay, I'll accept that. I think I've accomplished more in my field than you have in yours, though you're just getting started.
So I'm the top of my field. So I'm all pro. I'm the best, one of the best 22 players in the NFL. You're going to brush it off, but I don't think you're the best 22 anything in sports and media and anything. I think you think more of yourself than you actually can,
Look at Stephen Hayes' face.
But
okay. You think you're better than Darrell Revis is right now?
In my 24 years of life, I'm better at life than you.
Okay.
So
all right, that's fair.
Let's get down to that.
Jesus.
You gotta understand. For us listeners, first time, last time, avid listeners, you gotta understand where he's coming from. It's sort of like Kanye West. When you understand the origins, everything else makes sense. You're talking about a West Coast dude, who grew up in what was it, Compton, California?
I think he grew up in Compton.
Compton, California.
I'll look it up right now.
Strong family household.
His mother and father.
And I'm sure has seen some real stuff. And he was and because of his upside and because of who his parents were, I'm sure he was kept out of a lot of real situations. So when you have an individual talking like this, and accomplish some of the things he accomplished at that time and some of the things that he accomplished after, you got to understand where this bravado and this level of steel comes from.
Was born in L.A. So so he's from around the way.
And stuff like that. You got to understand for those to really understand that energy and the demeanor, you got to have context to his upbringing and to where he's gone at this point. We are all flawed human beings and stuff like that, but some of the things he just ran off to Skip, there's a lot of people that look like him that are not in that position.
So apparently, Sherman will appear on the show 50 to 100 times per year. Other co-hosts, apparently Keyshawn and Johnson is interested in joining too as well. So it might be one of those things where they follow the ESPN, the First Take formula of Stephen A versus the world. But Skip versus the world, maybe.
Like I said.
But I think it might be more than just 50 to 100 shows.
Sure.
But yeah.
I would love to be wrong, and I would love to be wrong from the standpoint that because I know Richard Sherman, seeing the things that I've seen of him in interview, he's more than capable. He's more than capable in being must-see TV in his own way, the way Shannon Sharpe is must-see TV. But that level of restraint he's gonna have with Skip, if he has a clear understanding of how to play the game, where he's not always agreeing with Skip on situations, and he's staunch on his stances the way Skip are to a degree, and sort of like and sort of having that back and forth and amusement at various points, then it'll work. But the minute things get tense and stuff like that, and you say something that Skip don't like, and he decides to get personal, you got to draw that line in the sand.
I wonder if he's gonna bring up that thing with him. With his,
no.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I hope not.
And that is not an alleyway Skip should ever entertain. To be honest with you, it's not. It's not an alleyway Skip. It's not an alleyway Skip will go down.
Hold on.
If there wasn't plenty of witnesses and staff on board, because we know if Shannon was walking in these Gotham streets, and he saw and he tried to take a short on the alleyway, and a dude looking like Unc pulled up, believe me, he'd go the other way.
So also he's gonna keep his Thursday Night Football deal with Amazon, because he's on Amazon Prime for Thursday Night Football. Let me play
for Richard Sherman.
Yeah, let me play.
Oh, that's great. That's great stuff.
Yeah, let me play it.
I'm happy for him.
Contain himself. He has so much he wants to solace.
This was Sherman
it's fourth and
Russell
one.
Wilson.
First off, you're winning the game by 3 points. You're in a goal-to-go situation. All you have to do is run the football.
You're going back to regulation.
I'm going back to regulation. They had no timeout. You run the ball,
no timeout.
the game's over. But instead, you put the ball in his hands, and after Sutton.
Right, so at that point, there was 2 minutes and like 19 seconds left. You mentioned the Colts don't have any timeouts. You need to run the clock out.
Patriots. He's not even thinking about this game.
So now we go into regulation.
He's thinking about that Super Bowl situation with Patriots.
Final play?
He's not even about this game because he's seen this movie all too well.
Yes. Stephon Gilmore got stiff arm, but he made
game. But you know what's going on right here. By the way, he's got a. He said,
you know what it is?
Not this time. You got game.
You know what it is, and I'll tell you my experience.
Because there's no more excuses for
of
this.
seeing Russell Wilson, especially in them early days in Seattle with the
Legion of Boom,
with the Legion of Boom and stuff like that, and even after, I just saw a really, you could say, undersized, elusive, very real time presence in what's going on the minute he gets the minute the ball is snapped and he gets that ball. I've seen that, and I've seen him be clutch in key drive situations. But the thing is, and stuff like that, sometimes I think he likes to go for the home run, where it's just better off making a predictable play.
It was right there. It just had to get the ball to Marshawn. But yes, so
yeah, see, you got some PTSD thinking about it
because you know what I was at that day. Because the game was gift wrapped.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop him in the second half.
Listen.
They could not stop Beast Mode, even though the statistics said that Beast Mode wasn't averaging that many yards per carry. But in the Super Bowl, he was amazing in the second half.
Listen, I don't disagree with you, and like I said before, like he said before. You don't want to keep dealing with someone that's going to keep on getting up to run over you again, getting up, run over. You got to be cut a certain way.
Yeah, to take those hits.
To take those hits. And yes, it was obvious. It was predictable. If you want to get cute with the Belichick defense, have a go. Have a go. You know. If you don't fare well, no excuses.
Well,
no, we had them on the ropes. None of that Earl Thomas talk. Nah, they showed up and they beat you, and that was that. I don't want to hear like if it was in the conference and this and that and stuff like that. No,
it wasn't a conference. They should realistically, the Seattle Seahawks should have been back-to-back champs.
No, he was talking like, yo, if the Pats was in the NFC, they wouldn't be doing this and that. Listen,
he's right because they dominate the AFC East.
Listen, if all that parody stuff would all be cool, but at the end of the day,
the Pats made it.
We got to the highest level of competition, and you got beat.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So Richard Sherman is now joining Undisputed on Fox alongside Lil Wayne. I guess Skip Bayless is making a cast of team. Hopefully, Rob Parker will be there too as well. You know, that's his man. I don't want to see Keyshawn Johnson there because I think Keyshawn Johnson gonna hurt his feelings.
Honestly,
I wouldn't mind seeing it, but
honestly, I'm sure. I mean, listen, they all have their mediators, but I honestly believe, even though he would have definitely overcharged as you should. To me, I think Marcellus Wiley was the guy.
It should have been the guy.
But
it's a retread.
If
they bring him back again,
overcharge him and stuff like that. Because, like I said, I think Richard Sherman has the capabilities to play Skip's game, and while still keeping 100 with himself and his perspective on whatever topics that they decide to bring and stuff like that. But at the same time, and one of the things that also turned off Shannon, and this comes back to not having an equal level of creative control, is redundant topics.
Didn't I tell you?
And stuff like that.
That was the major fallback of Undisputed. They have the same thing. We're talking about all episode long, but change the question.
Listen,
it was annoying.
I'm sure it was annoying, but the thing is, Shannon Sharp is bred for redundancy. His habits are the same. Things he eats are the same. Those things don't just disappear.
But for the consumers, we are the consumers.
Yes.
So we want something different.
No, you're right. We do want something different, but at the same time, figures like a Shannon Sharp, him being so must-see TV, will still have a draw.
Yeah.
And things like that. And like I said before, I just felt like Marcellus Wiley, was the guy to better and more equipped to deal with Skip? Because, and that's another thing too. How is Richard Sherman built for this level of redundancy? We're gonna find out.
Indeed, we will. So he said, "You're okay, man."
Dude, I'm just tired. I ain't gonna lie, this heat's kicking my butt, man.
The Worm, Richard Sherman, Undisputed.
Well, it's gonna be interesting.
All right. Okay, moving on. Ceddy said, "Give him your story, my boy."
Well, if you would have been on Black Twitter this week, well, it's only Monday, you would know
This weekend
in general, but you would know the great story of what occurred on August 5th, 2023. The Montgomery Mollywhopping, as they would call it. Or it's all different names. I'm going to give you some of the names right now. Just give me 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick.
Please don't curse in front of me.
I'm going to curse. Relax, man. I call it the Brawl by the Basin. The
Montgomery Alley Star.
the Dragon at the Dock. The Mollywhopping at the Marina. The Piecing at the Pyramid.
Gelly Mollywhopped at the
Rumble by the River.
Bay.
The Whooping by the Water. As many names, but it will be now an official holiday
Thrashing
for Black
by the water.
God's gonna trouble
by the water now.
Yeah.
We're thrashing by the water. God's gonna get you tonight.
I'm gonna say it like Tony Baker said himself. Whooping ass by the dock of the bay. Roll Tide.
Yeah.
That had me in tears, man. I never said Roll Tide before. That's where Alabama U.
Yes, sir.
Well,
That's my squad.
It's too bad
Nick
the privilege
Saban.
could have cashed out their ways out of these fades.
What's gonna happen?
I'm saying, man. I mean, they was long overdue. They don't realize, them dudes was exercising a lot of PTSD trauma and stuff like that.
We'll go into that right now in the story because the story has more layers than a freaking onion.
Than onion bloom.
Yep. But here's what happened.
From Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, best thing ever since the puppernickel bread, which I love. I love the puppernickel bread.
They went belly up completely, right? Outback.
No, they're still around.
Oh,
the smaller amounts, unfortunately.
Okay.
It was free to whoop. Let me stop.
No. Go ahead.
Man.
Go ahead, man. Speak on it, man. This is our black moment right here.
Shit, there was free to cut ass and there was no jokes involved. I'll tell you that right now. There was no jokes involved.
They look like a bunch of ants
and stuff like
pouncing on. No, look like. Remember the video of that special wasp in Japan?
Yeah,
the Hornets wasp.
The bullet wasp. Yeah,
yeah, and then they jump on him with the bees.
Yeah,
that's how it was. Yo. Or better yet, I remember Fat Joe was saying a story when him and his crew got beat up in Connecticut, and they were saying like it was basically the whole club against them. For every one of them, there was 30 to 50 guys for one person.
And you think Mike Tyson saved them?
No, that was in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is with them without Big Pun. And it's all this, they think that the whole story started when Cuban Links tried to hit on like the big homie's girl.
Oh.
Well, not really hit on her. Apparently he was trying to buy her a drink and she was like, no. He just kept trying to like.
Well, why would you buy a girl a drink?
If it's somebody's girlfriend, wifey, man. And the dude that was.
No. That's not the question. That's not what I'm implying. Why do men normally buy girls a drink?
You're saying. Yeah. But when it's stuff like that, when you know your man is over there, you buy the man and the woman a drink. You don't buy the woman a drink and call it a day.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
No, I completely understand you. But again, like the thing is, if you got a man that's a little off the hinges and who can't, tactically assess the situation, the numbers, doesn't know who this girl is possibly tied to.
He does know.
And stuff like that.
They knew because apparently Fat Joe was saying that they were doing the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Okay.
Up there in Connecticut. And there was an after party. So he done met the people already for the whole time.
Oh, so he just didn't care however this played out.
He didn't care. He said, my man Cuban Links is off the hinges and kept trying to get this girl a drink. And she told him no, because her man's over there. And the man's type to intervene. And Cuban Links didn't care. And then we all had to go fight because of Cuban Links. One of us versus 30, 50 of them.
So no one knows why they dropped them.
to protect.
No why they dropped their
But it should have come to that because my thing is I can't Can't have you affecting my political connects out here.
Hey, man.
Didn't Fat Joe him get in a fight and give him $150?
Who, Joey?
Gave him $150.
I don't know. I gotta read this book, The Book of Jose. I want to order it on Amazon.
All right, but here's what happened.
Continue.
Guys.
Go ahead. My bad.
All right. Pretty much, it's a national black holiday. You already know what it is. So plan accordingly. Oh, rest in peace to the guy who created the Cha-Cha Slide, the DJ. He just recently passed away today.
The line dance song.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's his name. I never knew his name. I just know the line dance.
I just saw the news on the Shade Room. He just passed away.
The Cha-Cha Slide was made by DJ Casper.
So DJ Casper, rest in peace, man. Thank you, man.
Keep going.
All right, but here's what's happened. Pretty much, it's a river. They're on a river, but in Alabama, in Montgomery, and the guy was a security guard, well, the staff for the Riverboat, and they're trying to dock, but these jackasses who were, parked their pontoon at the
privileged off-white goobers,
the Marshmallow Militia. The maggots.
That is another one.
The cauliflower coalition.
The preppy cracker jackasses.
The cavity creeps.
Stop it. Keep going.
The unseasoned chicken. Bunch of unseasoned chicken.
The raised potato salad having.
Just say they parked the pontoon.
The pontoon boat
next to the damn dock,
and the guy asked them to move it. They're being belligerent. They're being some type of way.
So, Walt, think about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about, people on a New York City bus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a group of idiots
in a BMW.
No, not even BMW. They're parking their Toyota Tercel in the spot where the bus supposed to dock.
That's even better.
And the guys are like, F that, we're not moving. We're fine right here.
And
we're okay.
The guy decided to unhook the pontoon.
Yeah.
And move it out of the way. And they got to a whole squab of verbal shouting contest. And the guy said, I'm doing my job. You're preventing me from doing my job. You have the movie pontoon. You refuse to remove it. I decided to be proactive and did what I had to do. Next thing you know, one of them country boys, them rednecks, decided he was not going to take with the disrespect supposedly of the employee, and decided to run and punch the dude in his face. Dude, money, this guy's a 65-year-old man. Punched him in his face. Then another guy came in and knee dropped him on his chest. Well, before that, the guy squared with the dude, punched him, threw his head in the air, and was ready to go.
Like Bobby Shmurda
and that head never came down. Just like Bobby Shmurda, that head never came down.
But it came down.
Nah, it never came down.
On the rails.
It never came down. It never came down on camera.
Okay, it never came down.
All I'm gonna say, if this is the next best thing to reparations, I'm all for it.
No, don't worry, it's coming.
I'm all for it.
The payment's coming real soon.
If this is how we got to get our just due, I'm all for it. But one thing that I mentioned this to my sister is one thing that stood out for me. Seeing the spoofs. Okay, my bad.
We ain't done yet. So unfortunately, a 101 became because of course these crackers don't want to shoot a fair one.
It was a pretty good even 101 fight
until 12 people rolled up.
Yes,
and stomping dude out. He put him to the ground and started stomping the dude out.
So 12 of his buddies
and family members
came and jumped on the guy because he moved the pontoon boat. Keep going.
All right, so pretty much with that being said, I saw one dude on the top running down.
Yep.
And another dude who jumped into the water. One of the employees.
That was my favorite part.
Jumped into the water, fully clothed, mind you. You know how hard it is to swim in water fully clothed? That water
Don't worry, man.
Down?
His ancestors was carrying him the whole way through, man. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro.
Hold it. We'll get there. The dude had the adrenaline pumping, like he said.
Not on
the
my
ancestors of all the slaves that were sold on that block were there today to help guide that young man named Aaron to get to the other side of that dock and put a working on these mugs.
Check this out, right?
Yeah, this was the one race Michael Phelps probably could have lost. To be honest with you. Yeah. The one swim race Michael Phelps could have lost that day.
See, you don't understand.
Call it Coffee Kingfish.
Because he swam, right, over to the docks. And then he got on a ladder and climbed up. he pulled himself out the water on the docks.
Upper body strength. Buddy.
You know how hard it is to get out the water before?
No, absolutely.
And now imagine with your clothes on you.
Yeah.
And your everything on you. And you have he has sneakers on too.
Yeah, sneakers on too. Take sneakers off. Take your shirt off and squat, squared up and squabble.
Listen, they just needed a justified opening, and they had the biggest justified opening of the year.
Stomping out one of our peoples, man.
Uncle Murder, don't cheat me. Don't cheat me.
You better do a better wrap up than last year, because I refuse to listen to last year.
I like last year's.
Step up. Once he talking about that little Nas ass going to that and that real, I want him dead dish. I said, no, I was done.
I mean, listen, man. He's an old school Brooklyn dude, man. You know what type of time they on.
I know, you don't give a damn. That's why his career ain't going nowhere.
I mean, that's nice. I mean, but hip hop, there's still it's still the homophobic tendencies in hip hop. It don't have to be Uncle Murder. It could be somebody else. To be honest with you,
I want Skills to come back, but he retired. Y'all ruined me to retire.
Oh, things happen, man.
He was the best one who ever did it, and you cannot deny that.
Listen.
I digress.
I get that, but
back to the story.
I still look forward to Uncle Murder wrapping up the end of the year. I'm not gonna change my position.
He stole a man's gimmick and forced him to retire.
Gimmicks be stolen every day, bro. I don't tell you.
Moving on. Pretty much what happened was, dude swam across the way, fully clothed, mind you, got with his upper body strength, climbed out of the water into the dock, pull off his shirt, pull off his sneakers, and ready to battle. And dude did a freaking boss man slam or rock bottom, what you want to call it. He dropped the dude into the ground.
And got to punching.
Yep, as he should. And then more people started to show up when the riverboat docked. Then all these people came up off that boat. It became
shining.
12 against 1 to 12 against 50. And those dudes, those partners, man, the brothers came together, formed like Voltron, rolled out like the Autobots, assembled like the Avengers, and whooped that ass and raised hell like Run DMC. They whooped that ass. Yo, I want to play Whoop That Chick right now.
That's what I'm going to go for.
Wait, in fact, hold on. We're going to play this right in the background. Hold on. 1 second, guys. I got to get ready, man, because we're going to get all hyped up, ready to go. I won't play the Hustle and Flow version of this song because that's the better version.
See,
with Terrence Howard,
where they went wrong is that they thought they had a token that day. That's where they went wrong.
Here's what happened. What happened was Trump the other day came through that area. And, that and Jason Aldean song, Try That at a Small Town, have him feel some type of way. And they realize you're in Alabama, home of that, one of the largest things of black people. Dude, they're about that energy, man. You're on a full scale Ephrata fun now.
Well,
to the highest of levels. And everybody's in the heads. This song's playing in the background in their heads. And let's anthem. Whoop that trick, yeah, whoop that trick. Come on, whoop that trick.
Oh, the misogyny.
Come on, whoop that trick. Come on, whoop that trick. Come on, whoop that trick. That's the national anthem of whooping his ass. It had to be done. We had to show what it was. People were catching rock bottoms. People were catching two-piece, no biscuit, no soda. Nuggets you buck.
In the words of Rap Goat Hove or Sir Carter from Brooklyn, we got Terrence Style. We ain't your token. You can fill in the blanks. We'll fill in the blanks.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty much. And it just, oh man, it was an all-out melee. Unfortunately, Instagram being Instagram and social media as a whole were willing to show the white people whooping this elder man's ass, but won't show the black people giving their just desserts. Multiple posts were being taken down as we speak on Meta and on TikTok and on other places. You know what? Guys, to my black social media cats go to Fanbase. I guarantee you it won't happen there.
Since my phone is listening to all these conversations that we're having and tailoring it to me mentioning things that I want to buy in the future.
Buy Fanbase stock.
Cell phone, could you please, inspire the Freedom song by Beyonce featuring Kendrick Lamar?
Oh yeah, this is our song. The fight breaks out.
On that fight breaking out.
Oh, this is our song.
Busta Rhymes now, MOP now. What you want now? What you want now? What you It came up here apart. And he up. Come butt that fool.
Oh, wait, one more.
Woo!
Simon Says.
Oh,
okay, the remix.
Hold on.
That's my fight song right there.
Shook Ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I actually have one right in my head right now. And
dude, there's an actual playlist right now on Spotify and Apple Music commemorate to this day. But this is my fight song. We're talking. I swear by this. When the fight breaks up at the club, they play this song and got me ready to go, and it gets real. Sorry, full disclosure, guys. I am a bouncer, and I was in the thick of it in multiple fights, man. And I'm still
what else could you
one
play?
piece.
A Wu-Tang's Triumph or House of Flying Daggers by Raekwon?
Oh, Wu-Tang playing nothing to F with. Or bring the F in the ruckus.
Yeah. Yes.
What's up? I got another one for you.
Bring the ruckus. Bring the mother.
My stripes show like regiments, military intelligence, murder gang. I leave no evidence, credentials. Go ask my preschool, even talk to my old principal. He tell you how I used to pack a number 2.
Oh,
y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for that right there. Y'all ain't ready for that right there.
Now you play Caribbean Connection, Big Pun and Wyclef. Oh, we have problems.
Let me tell you something.
Yep.
Go mode, baby.
Dude, that's my energy right there. When I hear that song, it's on like Donkey Kong, straight up and down.
Or
someone's catching the
Jays, you don't know?
Yeah.
Oh, the remix. You don't know remix is way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, with MOP.
Yep.
Woo wee.
Oh, wait, I got one more at the side. Hold on, sorry. You got me amped up, man. Damn, Ceddy, man.
Dude, man.
Why'd you do that, man?
Dude, it had to be done because it's a special occasion, guys. Yeah. These racist redneck ass crackers.
Remember this one?
They know their place, and they got put in their place.
Oh, shit! You're as cold as ice. Yeah! You're willing to sacrifice. Yeah! You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice. You're as cold as ice.
So why am I drawing a blank on the last song you played? That was like a Nas record, right?
It was Nas, Big Pun.
Yes.
Off the book.
Hold on.
That's John Blaze. My bad. Sorry.
It's called John Blaze.
Yeah,
John
there
Blaze.
There we go.
It was the Beat Nuts, Fat Joe, Big Pun, and Nas. And Raekwon the chef.
And Raekwon, I think, was Jadakiss one out? No.
No. I think it was.
I think he was.
Dude.
Yeah, it was Jadakiss that was on it too. Oh, I give the whole lineup. It's Big Pun, Fat Joe, Nas, Raekwon, Jadakiss, and Nori.
Oh, so no Beat Nuts. My bad.
Yeah, and the Beat Nuts, yeah.
Sick record.
It's a posse cut.
Yeah.
Love me a good old posse cut.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's like there's so many songs we can use to start a fight. Oh, fighting in the club with I-20.
Yeah.
We don't give a damn. We don't give a F by Young Bloods.
What was the one that 3-6 Mafia had?
That was Knuckle You Buck.
No, that wasn't. That was
no. That's Whoop That Trick. That's when the Hustle.
No, they had one before that one. 3-6 Mafia.
Ooh.
It was a fight song.
No, you know what? This is one of the newest songs I'm gonna think about.
Oh,
Look Alive.
Yeah.
April MG Forever.
It's a couple. Yeah,
you don't want no drama? What's a good one too? Ooh, boy.
Bone Crusher. Never Scared.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The one with the Sizzle remix.
Yep.
Yeah.
God.
You know what's funny? I didn't play that yesterday.
What, the Sizzle
remix? Play
remix?
that one, boy. Someone would do some fireworks out there, boy. Them Jamaicans would have came there and was setting on my damn control. Yo,
get that Ray Nephew in the system.
Yo, if you at a Jamaican party, a Caribbean party, and you playing the vibes, and them Jamaican, and one of them Caribbean people come over to your booth and go, and stop slapping your controllers like that.
Yep.
It's not a bad thing.
That's respect.
They're respecting what you're doing right now, boy. Mm-hmm. And they, yo, boss man, bottom out a drink. What I want a drink? Hey boy, come here. Come take a drink. Buy you a drink. Want for a drink? I'm like, nah, I don't drink. You want a drink, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take a drink right now.
Take the rum punch, man. Take the rum punch, bro.
Don't be no pussy. Come on,
come get the drink. Come get the drink.
The rum punch. Go on.
Go on your way, buddy.
Come on, brethren.
But yeah, man.
Dude,
so shout out to Alabama for holding it down.
No, but the favorite part of that fight was the chair shot.
Yes.
Oh man, the chair shot
out of nowhere. It felt like Riley from the
from the police
from the Boondocks. You see this guy with a white chair. Bink! And he go another one. Bink!
Twice of that dude.
And the chicks on the floor, you would get one too. I'm like, oh, snap.
Old school WWF 1998 Rock.
And the cops is there too now, you mind you.
He arrested.
Yo,
Arrest everybody.
For someone with so many dumb, impressionable moments, Riley could just have moments of straight genius.
Dude.
When you give it his size, he knows exactly what this could lead to.
Yeah.
And no one would identify him. So he throws a chair in the middle of a crowd.
Possible deniability. But here's the thing. The book predicted 4 things correctly. That chair shot's one of them.
Yeah.
It's now pretty much the Black Simpsons. They predicted the Popeye chicken situation. They predicted the Booty Warrior situation. They predicted the Usher situation.
I think the Booty Warrior was already pre-planned already.
But
because they got influenced by him. So
true, you're right.
Yeah. But Usher,
they predicted that as well.
Remember when Tom lost his wife to Usher? You gonna lose your wife to a singing flexi ass Negro? Man, Tom, you soft.
Damn. Where was Cat Williams when Darius needed him?
Oh man.
Man,
and then they predicted the chair shot from hell. So pretty much all our ancestors is happy. So here's the thing. Here's the kicker. They bring it all home. The guy who invented the folding chair was a black man. That really happened. Actually, I'll look it up right now.
Yo, as wild as it sounds,
be on plane.
This thing just shows how much of a how effed up we are as human beings and stuff like that. The amount of chair shots I've seen over the years and worldwide wrestling, I'm just like, yo, these chair shots is unforgiving.
Yeah.
Now, Daniel Alexander was the inventor of the folding chair. I am not kidding.
Facts.
It's real. You think I was joking, right? A black man invented the folding chair for us to hit some white people in the head with it.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
You know what I mean? Sorry, racist white people. Listen, we love white people. We don't hate white people at all. But if you're a racist white person, we hate your guts. That's all throughout my crew here. Y'all co-sign on that, right?
Co-sign.
Listen, I hear you. But listen, at the end of the day, the privilege that day paid in blood.
Yeah, damn right.
And every time that they do that, that's how they should continue to pay. As far as I'm concerned.
And actually also too, shout out to Tesla Figueroa because she's been getting people legal counseling.
Her and Trader Truth.
Yeah.
Oh, and one thing I wanted...
And Resma McKinnon as well.
One thing I wanted to highlight, because I think it's a very important point, I don't want it to get lost and I definitely don't want it to forget, is that among that whole brawl, the interesting thing to me and what continues to reinforce it for me, given that situation, is the cultural difference we have within this nation and stuff like that. That same scenario, I do not believe plays out in New York City. The South are banded together and brothers among the end stuff, among all that stuff like that. When they see situations like that and they know what it is, given the roots of in the history behind Montgomery, Alabama, and what that means in other various places around the South, they are a band of brothers and they're not going to stand for it.
Nope.
Here's the thing. That port was a base for slave auctions in history. People realize that. It was so massive that they had to build warehouses to house these slaves like they were animals, like they were furniture, like they were cattle, pretty much. That's what it was. And they will stay there up until they're bought off the auction block and carried to the next destination. Over 50 years ago, his grandparents, Aaron's grandparents or great-grandparents, would be able to put their pinky toe in that water because of segregation. And now we came full circle. And in 2023, went from Rosa Parks in Alabama saying, "This is my seat. I ain't giving you my seat," to a black man giving somebody the seat to the face. And I'm all happy for it. I'm all full of smiles. It's only Monday, mind you. And I'm going to be Kool-Aid smiling all week long. I'll be posting memes. I already have a setup with my people. Hopefully soon we'll pull up a Natural Nico graphic special in which I'm going to do my Sir Cedric of Rudy character again and break it down, the commentary on this video, because hopefully it won't get taken down, because right now on social media it's getting taken down left and right. But if it gets taken out from all these other platforms, we're going to a black-owned platform, be it fan base, and we're going to stand our ground there.
Listen, I'm sure
straight up,
all the melanated participants involved, I'm sure some of them just was waiting for this type of day. Some of them was probably starting off the day trash already, and they just needed to be unhinged.
The funny part is, someone was put on the news. They were sober as a Baptist priest on a Sunday.
You say that one more time?
They're as sober as a Baptist priest on a Sunday. The black people.
Listen,
don't you get their system?
Listen, more power to them. That's when the beast could really get shaken, especially if some of the privilege was not sober and stuff like that.
And before we go on to the next story, sorry.
Yep.
I gotta say this real quick because I know you pointed to this one key fact we just said.
Mm-hmm.
The solidarity up here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it's point blank, and it's gonna be dead serious with y'all, and then y'all see what we want to say. Guys, you see how we were feeling so happy? People were actually crying, people were in tears of joy, seeing this go down, the unity of all age range coming together to save this man. Because if they didn't come to save that man, he would have been stopped and killed. And those guys probably would be able to go away and
I
go home,
that was the likely scenario.
Go home, chilling, run their business. They have a business in Selma, mind you, where a Selma massacre occurred 50, 60 years ago on that bridge.
Because if he didn't die right then and there, he probably would have died of like severe injuries.
Remember, this guy's 65 years old.
Or could have been thrown into the water.
Could have been exactly.
Yeah.
Some grimy stuff like that.
And they would do it, and they probably would get away with it too, because they say self-defense.
No one bat an eye, given Alabama and their history and stuff like that.
Very racist history.
So I'm happy that played out the way it was. I'm happy that he survived and gets to go home to his family and things like that, because we need more of that. You know, dudes out here trying to do his job and stuff like that. And you're trying to flex your privilege. Well,
and y'all trying to beat him up for doing his job.
You cashed in today. You cashed in today for sure.
Like the words are saying, my man's was saying from Youngbloods, don't start no ish, won't be no ish. But like I said before, guys, this energy, we're happy. We're all unity. We're on the same page with this situation. We have to do better with our unity. We have to do better. We're going to come across the board, use this energy that we have right now, and come together and do better by our brother, because I know we all mean monk here and there. We don't want to help nobody, but we have to do better.
Absolutely.
Those same people that did that thing, they didn't have to second guess it. They went down and saved that man's life.
Right.
We have to do better.
Just like you privileged dudes got to eat and celebrate and be with your loved ones, the same applies to this man too. He got to eat and celebrate with his loved ones and go back to hometown, because ain't no reason it should have gotten to that point and stuff like that. You're not gonna not let me do my job. That's just not gonna happen.
And try to kill me on top of that.
You know, facts.
So now, with all that being said, the owner of the Quickie Mart in Selma, like I said before, guys, the information's out there on social media. You know what to do.
All right, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok influencer Mehek Bakari and her mother have been both found guilty of double murder.
Yikes. This is awful left.
Bakari and her mother, Ashireen, and several others were convicted over the deaths of Sahib Hassan and Mohammed Hashim Uzadi, whose vehicle split into two and caught fire after a car chase involving the two women in company.
Ooh.
The incident occurred near Lancaster in England,
UK,
in February of 2022. The two men, Hassan and Azadi, died after hitting a tree in the early hours of February 11, 2022.
How fast were they going?
I'm gonna get to that. Bakari found guilty of murdering the two men alongside her mother and others. So here's the thing, right? Where I don't feel sorry for these two guys. I don't feel sorry at all for what happened to them. Well, I feel sorry for one of the guys because he got dragged into this, but I don't feel sorry for the other victim at all. So the reasoning behind the murders was because of a sex tape leak from one of the victims. The 999 tape, aka 911 tape, was played in the courts, with Hassan claiming Azul vehicle was being blocked and rammed. Hassan was threatening to use a sex tape to expose the mother of the long-running affair. Two others named Karam and Jamal were found guilty of 2 counts of murder. Natasha Askazar, Emil Jamar, and Sanif Gulha Mustafa all found not guilty of murder, but 2 counts of manslaughter. Only one person was not found guilty of either was Mohammed Patel. The story goes that Hassan and Azzuddin were lured into the meeting of the Baklaras to give back money they spent on his lover. $3,000, 3,000 pounds equals to $3,824. During this meeting, they were ambushed and chased down before the fatal crash. Aziz's only crime was that he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. He was innocent on this, and his only crime was giving his friend a ride to the location for the meetup. The defendants will be charged on September 1st. What makes this all bad, what makes this actually horrifying, was that the vehicles hit speeds of excess 200 miles an hour 100 miles an hour to get away from the car chase with these people chasing them down. But they were pinned and rammed off the road. The defendants, which the guys who were chasing after them, didn't attempt to help them at all, and basically watched the vehicles split into two, catch on fire, offer no assistance. They even called 911, aka 999 in the UK. The mother is 46 years old and the daughter is 23. The victims at the time were only 21 years old.
Oh, it's a wrap.
That's scary.
So basically,
it's terrible too.
Hassan's crime was trying to extort the mother to release a sex tape because him and the mother were messing around for quite a while. So that's why I don't feel sorry for him at all. It might be cruel of me saying that, but to release your personal, intimate details with somebody, that's not cool.
No, I don't feel sorry for those type of people either, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, it's just like, nah, this extortion thing, nah. And my thing is like, you know, some people will play ball to protect the image, but once you decide to play ball, now this becomes a thing where it goes to places it don't need to go to. Sometimes you're just better off taking the L and, you know, just owning your truth and putting the spotlight on extortion or going to the authorities. Because once this goes to a place where you don't want it to go, no, all bets are off at that point. And then the next thing you know, it turns into this.
Yeah. This poop show of this girl and her mother. Like your mother getting involved in something like this is crazy to me. Had it been the mother only, all right. But you wrapping all these kids into all this stuff? Terrible.
Send me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna forward it to you right now. I know you got all the smoke for that.
Please and thank you.
But yeah, man, I saw this article. I was like, this is sad. You got a bunch of kids' lives gonna be ruined.
Yep.
This girl and her mother are found guilty of murder because you coerced this whole entire thing, all because this kid wanted to leak his sex tape. And I get it. He never should have did that.
Yeah.
That's not cool. But now your man's died, and you died.
It's not cool. But at the same time, you know, you could listen. If there's one thing I'm certain of, outside of street dudes, people with mob ties, don't play with people with money. Exactly. They have no problem entering dark waters, and some of them have no problem in getting in them dark, muddy waters, you know, versus them trying to get someone to do it. Those type of people, they're shrewd operators for a reason and stuff like that. And it's not just in business. A lot of that mentality just applies to their frequency in their lives, stuff like that. You corner someone long enough, you're gonna get something that you don't like. That's just how that goes.
Yeah.
So it's can you definitely forward me that article and stuff like that? That right there is just,
I will.
Like I mean, at the end of the day, though, you should. Extortion is nasty, nasty, nasty business. And regardless of what type of ties, that possibly led to the extortion, you seal your fate in so many different ways when you are the one trying to extort others and stuff like that. Because today, a lot of people ain't gonna go for that. They're just not going to, even if they have certain things to lose. If some people be like, I could still lose this and bury you and not bat an eye. To be honest with you.
Yep.
Some people are that extreme. It's not even trying to be selfish and disregard the bigger picture, but it's just for you to know that you have no idea who you're dealing with.
Yeah. All right, we can get straight to the wise guys. Let's get right to it right now. And I have my wise guy question of the day.
Get this through your head.
Wise guy.
You only exist out here because of me. That's the only reason. Without me, you personally, every wise guy still around, I'll take a piece of your
wise guy.
West. You're boring. Don't ever go over my head again.
All right. Shout out to the social media streets for this next story right here. Women are funny nowadays, especially these new age females.
Oh boy.
And it's not a bad thing about you being funny. I'm just saying funny of how the things that you say. So, there are people that go online and they do these little hot topics. Hot takes. And gets people talking on social media. Here's one hot take that I saw, and I wanted to give you guys, to give me my feedback, okay? Here it goes. You guys never heard this before. I've heard it before.
I don't hear
you two guys. So, ready? Walt, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Some man sassy.
If he blocked me.
Blocking a female, sassy as hell.
Nigga blocking you, very much sassy. Why are you feeling so hurt that you don't want to hear from me?
What makes a man sassy?
If he blocked me.
Blocking a female, sassy as hell.
Nigga blocking you, very much sassy. Why are you feeling so hurt that you don't want to hear from me?
What makes a man?
So
I bet you was blocked multiple times. Now, that's what probably blocked multiple times. I can already tell from the jump.
I love this episode for Walt, man.
He ain't said nothing yet,
Yeah,
man.
his
face says it all.
His face tells it all.
I bet you $20 she got blocked by multiple dudes.
I've gotten Walt under his skin.
His eyes are closed in disgust. You just go pack of cool like Makai Pfeiffer in the New Edition story.
Man,
my head hurts, homie. You know what? Walt, I'll do all the heavy lifting, man. You just chill out. I got the whole heavy lifting right here, man. You cool out. I got this.
Listen, I'll let you guys start.
No.
I got this.
I'll let you guys get the ball rolling.
Walt, I'm good.
I'm an alley-oop, bro. I got you.
Walt, you're good. You can relax, man. I know we can stand at this. You can rest. I got you. I'll make you proud in this one, all right?
Go ahead, Ceddy, man.
Dude, listen. I ain't gonna lie. I did block a girl before. But you know what it is? It's my fault because I pretty much not only burned the bridges down, I doused that sucker in kerosene and gasoline. So I guess to save face, I pretty much blocked her on my social media. Like I was just done. I deleted my cell phone number from my phone book.
I think you spoke about this person before.
Yeah. And I just pretty much
not her specifically, but you spoke about
the situation.
Making sure that she never came back around.
Nah, because what it is, once you lost face to a girl, it's a wrap. And you call it sassy, if you want to call it sassy, I could deal with that. But the fact is this. Things went left so bad in that situation that I just decided, you know what? No existence of my
scorched earth method.
Pretty much. So to all these girls out there get their feelings hurt because a dude blocks you, listen, you will have no problem blocking dudes. You leave Negroes on red on a regular basis. That's practically blocking without the block. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you so angry for, B? Like, seriously. You of all people should not be angry. Like, it's funny that you will do the one thing and we don't think much of it. You blocking us is like us taking a crap in the bathroom. We flush it, let it go. We let it go, flush, move on. That's it. On to the next situation in our day. But for y'all, like, you could be something stupid if we block you, which kind of blows my mind. Like, yo, I thought you were the more mature people, the more intelligent people. Like, you are showing your feelings right there.
Intelligence.
Exactly. And for this video, it seems that some of y'all are not only immature, but emotionally and mentally immature. Plain and simple.
Shout out to those in the comment section because some of these people that I know,
They're going in.
They like y'all be calling a man while he's knee deep in the next chick.
Ooh.
One of my other guys said he's the block king.
Like, listen, listen. I don't want.
And then someone else said, "I'm blocking for my piece, shorty."
Actually, and that's what I did for one of them. I blocked 2 girls in my life. One girl I used to work with. She was a straight up Trump head, and she was keep harassing me with the Trump jokes. This and that, third. Like, chick, you are a gold digger.
Did you ever catch her wearing a MAGA hat? And if you did, you ever set it ablaze?
I threw it away.
Oh, you took it through it?
Yep.
Oh, you're kind of I would have set it ablaze and watch it slowly burn to the very end, and then release it.
Not throw it in a trash can. I throw it in the compactor with all that dumpster juice. So there you go. That's where it belongs. But moving on.
So what if she took it out and washed it?
It ain't my problem. That's her problem. I thought she's too good. She's Miss Prada, Miss Gucci. Miss,
I mean, trash is still trash, whether it's in the can or whether it's walking towards you.
Trash than the man's treasure.
You know,
like I can't blame her for being a Trump person because you know what it is. You're just of a trash person that he is. So there you go. So y'all belong in good company.
Boy,
so it is what it is.
Ether, man.
I blocked her.
So I'll say this.
Go ahead. You do your thing, man.
I myself have probably still blocked by one situation that happened a long time ago. A lot of it was my fault, and I've had other incidents that that were my fault as well and stuff like that, and I've gone to great lengths to make them right, and so far unsuccessful. But I've gotten to a point right now, whether I talk to some of these individuals or see them ever again, really doesn't matter to me anymore, to be honest with you. In this case right here, and I say that before I continue to say that, as I've gotten older, mature, and had different experiences, I learned to own my things, and I learned to own them things as quickly as possible when I realize the wrong, or if I realize it after just taking myself out of the situation. I just own it and I move forward. In this situation, I'm not surprised by these females saying what they're saying. Their innate nature is to gaslight for the most part, and to shame men out of really going about their emotions and on how they truly feel on certain individuals. And if there's a situation that's just not conducive for the health, they have every right to move in a non-self-destructive, according way. And like I said before, there's no shame in saying, like, I blocked certain individual. Yes, I blocked you. I don't care that you're a woman and stuff like that. People get blocked every day. You ain't nothing special or anything like that. If you out here acting in a manner that's not conducive to my peace of mind or anything like that, and one of the key ways is blocking you, so be it, and stuff like that. You call it sassy, you call it whatever. These are the very same women, right, that will essentially, entertain you, talk to you and stuff like that. And then once they get their ideal dude, turn into Casper right away. They won't even block you. They'll just turn to Casper right away. Cause they got what they wanted.
They'll leave you a message, ignore, like, oh, I didn't see a message.
And when all the red flags that they've been avoiding, right?
I didn't see your message.
And that's cool. That's cute. That's
Come
cute.
on, man.
Are you tricking right now, bro? Are you tricking right now?
That's cool.
Did I strike a nerve?
That's fine though.
Did I pluck a violin string right now?
I'm gonna kick you right in your gut right now, man. Like, I'm gonna risk getting kicked out of this podcast right now.
You popped up like.
Listen, it's cool, bro.
Sit on it, all right,
bro.
Sit and rotate.
I'm good, bro. I don't go that way,
bro. But listen.
Uh-huh.
But here's the silver lining, though.
Go ahead.
I'm not the Island Boys.
Just listen, man. Listen, man. At the end of the Ceddy, at the end of the day, all I ask for these type of women is keep that same energy and frequency when I'm up. That's all I ask.
Exactly. I was nobody before. I'll be nobody
That's
after.
all I ask, because the thing is, anytime women get a seat at the table of certain things, they want to dictate what's feminine and what's and what's feminine and what's not. I.e., that hookah situation.
No, don't bring that hookah situation.
And stuff like that.
No,
it's sassy, but how's it sassy if it wasn't designed for you?
or the just hilarious situation.
It wasn't designed for you. Something that was designed for men can't be sassy. Having a normal, relatable reaction with how you deal with certain individuals, and you're trying to cut them off from occupying any social engagement in your space or even personal space, ain't sassy. You girls just can't. Your ego just can't deal with how certain people move when it comes to you because y'all be on your show. To be honest with you,
damn, I could say any better.
And y'all know this. So for all the women who want to go rogue and engage in toxic behavior and toxic agreement and stuff like that, when y'all get pinned to the wall by facts and the temperature in the room changes and it gets cold, I deserve that. At the end of the day,
I just think for me, as a male, blocking a female is not sassy. I just personally believe that it is protecting your peace from this set individual. Because sometimes you need to block somebody. Sometimes you say, you know what? You can't reach me.
Look at the girls he was asking. You know they have done some unhinged stuff.
Facts.
Of course. You know they've done it. Look, the way they
answer the question.
That question and their answers and stuff like that.
Because you know
why you emotional. The same women asking, why don't you open up to me? Make it make sense, people.
You know by those girls, by their statement right there, that they have been through some stuff, whatever dude they're dealing with. Or better yet, they've blocked the man and told the man, so why didn't you still reach out to me? What? You blocked me. I couldn't call you. I couldn't text you. I couldn't Instagram DM you.
Well, I don't know why. It seems like they just couldn't be happy being left on scene.
And then they'll go say to you, well, you could have emailed me.
Or give me your emails.
Or how about
hit me up for another
or how
page.
about this? Or how about this? I could have
You
just
ever
went
heard that
about
one before?
What?
You should have hit me up from another page.
Or how about this?
I think Mission Impossible to get in touch with you. Nah,
Apparently.
we good on that, man. We
You
good
can hit
on
my friend up. She could have relayed the message to me.
Are we good on that?
How about this? You know what? Sometimes you gotta get to a point where, in all seriousness, you can no longer occupy my space. So how about I go about my day?
Fact.
And that's that. And stuff like that. And to all you men and stuff like that, not countering these women calling you sassy and stuff like that, you're going down a rabbit hole you want no parts of. To be honest with you. So all these women talking this stuff like that are just a lot of low vibrational women that just like accountability, and they just built on gaslighting. You don't want that kind of energy occupying your space. Trust me.
You sure about that?
Don't need it. And if they are occupying your space, it's not for anything substantial.
It is.
Other than sex, to be honest with you.
No. I love her.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing
So
too.
you're a simp.
That's another thing
I'm
too.
not a simp. I just love her.
Oh, sure you don't.
Ain't a woman on this earth I'm saying I love you too if I don't mean it.
Oh yeah, no. Well,
ain't a woman on this earth I'm saying I love you too if I don't.
Right here. I think
in that way, if I don't mean it.
I think this part of what you just said deserves a part 2 for the next episode. Because I feel that men nowadays and boys nowadays, just people nowadays, they're confused with the word love to saying to somebody of the opposite sex of I love you. Because there's the love of the genuine deep love of respecting you as a person and this or that, and there's the lust part of the love. You might not love the female, you might lust after her. So they thought it because like I feel specifically that people nowadays don't know what that word means. And they thought they base it upon emotions and feelings, and then when that significant other does something to them, they like, why are you changing them? You said the word, bro. What are you supposed to happen?
Listen, for me, it definitely got to be a combination of things. Like, it got to be like across the board. It got to be like, in the intimate, pleasurable sexual settings.
I don't want to say that in there
and stuff like that. No. Not saying at that time.
Oh.
Hear me clearly. Not saying at that time. I'm saying got to be a culmination of all that.
Oh yeah.
In that setting, it got to be
Day to
appreciating the little things that I do for you and you do for me, and stuff like that. It got to be a myriad of things. It can't just be like because this sexual chemistry is just it for the both of us, and I'm just gonna say it. Nah, and that's another thing too. Like, you know, us as men, even don't be afraid to say it first and stuff like that. Whether she feels like that at the moment or she doesn't say it back to you, own how you feel, regardless of that.
All right. Yeah, I want to save the next one for the love part because I think that's a very important topic for men to discuss about love. Ceddy said, give him your handle, my boy.
Ceddy55 and that man Ceddy on IG and the world according to Ceddy Rudy on Fanbase because we don't post that video as an entirety on a black-owned platform, therefore we won't get taken down.
We can just do clips of it.
Even that same thing down. Sean King should have been taken down 4 times so far.
You know why? Because people don't
like the fact that black people come together and whoop white people's asses.
I personally think that people were just reporting it because they want to report it. They're haters.
Because their butt hurt.
Exactly.
So the butt hurt crackers out there, deal with it because there's more to come with those ass whoopings. Best believe it's coming. We want peace. You always want to start war, and you can't deliver on that war part. So we give it to you all the time. We try to be docile, try to make our own barbecue, try to play dominoes, play Uno with the hood rules involved. But no, you gotta F with us all the damn time. And when we give you that ass whooping, 2-piece, no biscuit, no soda, then you wanna play cry foul and do some shenanigans online, say, cry you're the victim? No, bitch, you started this. Own up to it. You effed up and you effed around and found out. And it's gonna continue. So we're about that energy now. We're activated. The Brothers Keeper Protocol has now been reinstated, and I will watch over my brothers as they will watch over me. We with the shits, people. Try us.
Giving your handle, my boy.
I am _ WAL 4 T's at the end. I also have my R&B is Dead page. I also have my Alte is the Motion page as well. As Kevin has attested before, I'm not too big on the Twitter, but for those who want to know, it's Noir Kaiser 45.
Even that's dying now.
We don't do the Zeet anymore. That's called Zeet or Zit or where the hell it's called.
It's called X.
It's called pending lawsuit.
Fuckery.
It's called pending lawsuit right now. That's what it's called.
Thank you.
Pending.
Yep.
Okay, you can follow me at DJ Intence on all social media platforms at DJINTENTE. Follow the podcast page on the Record Pod.
I must say, I kept my curse words under 10.
No, you did great today.
So I did good today, kids. I'm doing better. See? Try to be professional like you.
We ain't selling out. We just,
I'm getting close to
modifying.
that Brian Gubble stage in this.
Yeah, exactly.
And Al Walker. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
So when we go on those kind of platforms, we just be ourselves because we know what to do. No happy dad in our system.
Feel so neutered.
You're not neutered. You're growing.
I don't feel like I'm growing.
You be right, man. It's like Stephen A. He grows.
He curses on YouTube.
It's YouTube. It's his platform. He can do whatever he want to do. I'll let one go. He can say what the fuck he wants to say. You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Yes.
Right.
Be your real self, man.
I am my real self. I'm like Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. I got the blindfolds on when I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Corny.
Because I'm that powerful.
Yeah, you're corny.
Yeah, man. Anyways. Yeah, man. Follow the podcast page on the Record Pod and peace out. See y'all later. This is Mick LaVille with his song called Don't Give It Away. He did Refix.
Shout out to Mick LaVille.
That man's out here working.
He working. Talent in abundance. Respect.
Also, too, I am more than just a DJ. I'm a music curator. Later.
Okay, Ish. Flex him.
Nah, say it one more time. Say it one again. Say it one again, man. One more time.
I didn't say it. I said what I said.
I don't spin records. I run the party.
I said what I said.
I dictate the flow. I dictate the groove.
They're talking. I'm not saying nothing. They're saying what they gotta
Remember,
say.
at the end of the day, the DJ is the barometer of the vicinity.
I'm just chilling.
All right?
It ain't hot.
Don't get it twisted.
I just said what I said. That's
Don't
it.
get it twisted
All
out
love.
here.
Later.
Also, for you hip hop acts, that got the budget for the bands, do not disregard the DJ. Don't do that.
Oh, Sexy Red, I did not like what you did. Yes, he made mistakes, but that's not your DJ, so don't do that.
Don't clown him like that.
I didn't like that. Later.
I didn't even know that. I was just talking in general.
No way, yeah. DJ
the Intence gon' make it pop off. Hey, don't give it away. You know it's mine, tell me who's gon' make you feel this way. So many times I was up with you, but I'm done with the game. Felt like I wanted you to leave, but girl, I need you to stay. Girl, every time that you step out, you got me worrying and stressed out. Don't be acting like you don't know your friends, cause they the ones that be hating on you. They the ones that be waiting on you. And they the ones that be praying on your downfall, babe. Smiling in your face and tell you I'm the cause, babe. I know they wanna see us fall apart, babe. Oh, yeah. Girl, you got my heart and my mind and my body too. The way you kiss upon you when you wanna catch an attitude.